My friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals and non-binary pals, I bid you welcome to yet another stream on twitch.tv/ThePaSch. Professional gaming, as always, the highest quality of video game showmanship that you can find anywhere on the internet on twitch.tv/ThePaSch specifically. You can't find this kind of content anywhere else except in this very place. I hope you all are having a fantastic Saturday so far. I hope I can make it just this smidgen sweeter. And yeah, we've got some plans today. I'm going to be kicking things off with the Kingdom of Rizia DLC for Suzerain, which is like a story-based strategy, run-a-country kind of game. There's going to be a lot of reading involved, so I gotta like butter up my voice. I have some chocolate milk here, which is just going to smooth out those vocal cords. I feel, make them real buttery, silky. Ah, what a wonderful, wonderful milk. No, not that buttery silky. But yeah, Suzerain. I would say we just turn down the music here, the stream music, because it turns out that this game actually has a pretty sick soundtrack, and I would like to listen to that as we play it. So here we go, switching over to the video game, and here it is. Our campaign is called ThePaSch Ruins Rizia, because let's be real, we are probably going to ruin this country. Which, you know, I'm gonna do my best to not, but what can you do, right? Like sometimes you do your best and stuff still doesn't really work out. Unfortunately, this game, I didn't like check all that intently, I have to admit, but from a quick skim through the settings, it seems to be impossible to make this game continue emitting sound. Chocolate milk, she says, not being a chocolate milk like you. You don't like chocolate milk? I mean, I suppose that's an opinion that someone can have. There are a lot of things, a lot of opinions that people can have. It doesn't mean I have to agree with them. But that's the great thing about opinions, right? You don't have to be agreed with. But anyway, we are going to do our best to run this country to the best of our ability, to make it thrive, to make it prosper. And it remains to be seen how successful we are going to be with this. But we're only going to be playing this for 2-ish hours or so, because at 5 p.m. Local time, which is going to be in exactly 1 hour and 55 minutes from this point in time, I'm going to be switching to Portal 1, because there's this thing going on where a lot of people are going to play Portal 1 at 3 p.m. GMT today to try and push the player count on Steam up. And because I love Portal and Portal is amazing, I am going to do likewise. We might go back to Rizia after that, or maybe I'll get stuck in Portal. I am not quite sure yet, but we will certainly see. For now, the only thing that remains to be done is to start the story. Here we go. It says I haven't finished a previous story in this save. Okay. I think I have, actually. I do think I have finished the main game. Well, you know, I'll just, okay, so, select an archetype. The idealist, the populist, the opportunist, or choose your own. Yeah, I do have this guy. Yeah, there we go. I do have a save. I wonder why I didn't just import it. Okay, there we go. Kingdom of Rizia. There's going to be a lot of reading, so I certainly hope you are okay with the dulcet tones of my voice, because there will be a lot of it, but I suppose there's going to be a lot of it anyway. Monarch, your reign and your abode, your scepter and the orb you hold, and e'en the ground on which you trod, all will be dust when you are cold. 1905, Monkiz, Kingdom of Rizia, you opened your eyes to this realm. Becoming a king was never your choice. It was your birthright, it was your burden, or it was your calling. Being a king, I guess it's my calling. From a young age, you knew you were no ordinary child. You were Romus Toras, grandson of Queen Liza, ruler of all of Rizia, son of Crown Prince Valero, the Duke of Valencaris. For most of the year, you lived with your father Valero and your mother Estella in a lavish palace atop the cliffs of Monkiz. Each summer, though, you visited your mother's common-born family at their home by the Zil Harbor, stayed with the Queen at the royal residence in Porta Drazan, or went hunting with your father's brother Hugo in the forests of Brennus? I like to think that I like stay in touch with the common with the common folk, you know, with the plebeians. So, and of course with my family too. Yeah, I'll go visit my family. Your grandparents were fisher people of modest means, and staying with them helped you feel grounded. Every autumn, you returned home a little wiser. I think that's me. When Queen Liza died, the whole country grieved, but the mourning could only last for so long. There was a new king to crown. You remember two things about King Valero's coronation: the whispers that Hugo, now the Duke of Valencaris, was actually the rightful king, and the shouts of protesters outside the palace gates. Alone with your father after the ceremony, you asked him about the rumors, asked him about the protests, or didn't mention either. Hey, hello Kim. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Hope you have grand plans that are going to be fun and enjoyable and all of those wonderful things that connotate positive emotions. So, ask about the rumors? Okay, sure. I'll ask him about the rumors. Your father laughed and told you certain other royals had never approved of him marrying a commoner. But he and Estella were in love, and love conquered all. Is the volume okay, by the way? The music's kind of loud in my headphones, but I have turned it down in the stream software. So just let me know if, yeah. Your father laughed and told you certain other royals had never approved of him marrying a commoner, but he and Estella were in love, and love conquered all. I mean, you say, like, Yaroslav, you want me to say I believed them, but honestly, I kind of have my doubts, because we're talking about royal family here. I don't think anything is ever straightforward in a royal family. I think there's a lot of intrigue and fuckery going on. I think that is the technical term. So, yeah, no, I'm going to express my doubts. Life in Porta Drazan was less exciting than you expected. You were tutored privately and rarely had contact with non-royals. At the palace, the closest person to your age was Pavel, or Pavel. I'll call him Pavel. The groundskeeper's son, a quiet but friendly kid who knew about every plant in the gardens. You quickly became close friends, enjoyed bossing him around, or didn't have to do much to do with each other. I'm not much of a flower guy. So, yeah. You were cut off from the world beyond the palace walls, but it gave you more time for self-reflection. During those formative years, you realized you desired an easy life, one where you seized every advantage you were entitled to, easier resources. Your royal privilege came with unbelievable pressure, and balancing the two would be your life's work. Or the years ahead would be full of challenges, but they would make your triumphs all the sweeter, harder resources. I suppose this is like selecting a difficulty, but I will try to be a balanced king. I will ruin this country. I am, like, sure of that, actually. But I will do my best, and I'm not going to exploit anyone. At least not while I don't know what there is to exploit, honestly. So I'm going to try to balance the two. When you came of age, your father invited you to start sitting in on royal council meetings. You decided that you would love to join, to go to university instead, or to join the military instead. Well, if I'm going to be king one day, then I need to know the lay of the land, I think. I need to know how things are running. So, yeah, I'll join. I'll join the meetings. The council members took you under their wing, catching you up on the issues of the day. One of their main concerns was Pallis, a former part of Rizia that had long belonged to the Empire of Valgos. Now that the Empire had fallen, War Counselor General Tadius Azaro was launching a military campaign to take the newly independent region back. You thought it was a lost cause, agreed that it was time to reconquer the territory, or didn't have an opinion either way. Hey, Green Stick Man! Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a grand old time. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday, and I hope that I can make it all that sweeter. Palace is pronounced ballet, but with P. Palais. Okay, thank you for that. I will make sure to pronounce it that in the future. To pronounce it thusly. Okay, so a former part of Rizia that had belonged to the Empire of Valgos. So what is with Palais? Did they ask for independence? I guess I can't open the codex yet. Palette crate? Palais. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think it would be useful to know how Palais became a former part of Rizia rather than a part of Rizia. Like, did they fight for their independence? Did they really not want to be a part of Rizia? Did Valgos take it back, like, by force? I guess I could just say I didn't have an opinion either way, but that feels like a cop-out, right? Feels like being a centrist. I don't know. If we need a military campaign to take the territory back, that does seem like there's going to be, like, resistance. And I feel there is not much of a point to try and take something by force if the people don't want to be part of you. Like, I feel that's just going to lead to lots of trouble later down the line. So, yeah, I think I thought it was a lost cause. As he continued to serve on the council, the Reclamation War dragged on. It seemed like an easy victory until your northern neighbor Lespia got involved, sending weapons and financial aid to Palais. Protests against the war sprouted up around the country. You asked your father to stop the bloodshed, demanded that he crack down on the traitors, or refrain from taking sides. God, again, the fucking centrist option. I don't know. I'm against any and all forms of bloodshed, so I'm going to say that. Some troops were withdrawn, but the fire had been lit. Your next council meeting was interrupted by the announcement that the Navy had mutinied. Bloody clashes between pro- and anti-monarchists were erupting across the country. Okay, so what this tells me is that Palais doesn't like living under a monarchy. So they don't want to be part of Rizia. So I don't think we should be taking them by force. Okay, the century of revolutions had reached Rizia at last. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Swordland. The head of palace security insisted you be driven to a safe house outside of Porta Drazan. As you left city limits, though, an unmarked car swerved in front of you, blocking the road. A trio of masked men with guns jumped out, quickly overpowered your guards, and forced you out of the vehicle. I complied with their demands, I tried to run away, or I tried to fight them. Good question. I don't really want to be a pushover. Running away doesn't seem to be a particularly good idea, neither does fighting back, unless I have, like, some sort of training, but I didn't go to the military, so I'm assuming maybe I don't have that. I'll just try to run away. You ran for your life, but before you could get far, you felt a sharp pain in your leg and collapsed. As your captors caught up with you, you recognized one of their voices. Lucas Cezanne, Duke of Brenas, and the head of Rizia's third royal house. Oh, it's an inside job. Oh, and that's what I'm saying, man. These fucking royal houses, intrigue, betrayal, just lots of fuckery. Exactly as I said. A hood went over my head, and then darkness. They held you captive for nearly a week. When rescue finally came, it was in the form of a man with a white, blue, and magenta flag on his fatigues. Wayland's flag. Ooh, that's another place. At the palace, you pieced together what had happened. In desperation, your father had pleaded for the aid of Rizia's northern neighbor, Wayland, to neutralize the uprising. But that help came at a price. Over the next year, the two nations worked out an agreement to transfer control of the port of Zili and its surrounding region, home to rich natural resources and millions of people. For the next 25 years, Zili would belong to Wayland. You wondered how King Valera could have been so stupid? You thanked him for restoring order, or you were just happy to be alive. Honestly, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm not gonna lie. The uprising had other consequences. The traitor Lucas Cezanne was executed and his pregnant wife sent into exile. As further punishment, Isa, the capital city of Brenis and the Cezanne's ancestral home, was handed over to your family. Your uncle Hugo was sent to serve as its steward. In turn, you were to take his place as reigning Duke of Velencris. At your childhood home in Monques, you focused on finding and punishing the remaining traitors to the throne, largely ignored your duties and lived a life of pleasure, or did your best to help your region rebuild. Zil is pronounced with a silent E like Brazil. Ah, okay, wonderful. Thank you, thank you. You can be my pronunciation coach, Yaroslav. I'll just throw out my best guess at a pronunciation, and if you find something that doesn't sound right, just let me know, and I'll try to fix it in the future. Yes, I will definitely try to help rebuild, for sure. Ah, lovely. Boom. There we go. Lovely spam bots. Okay. Valenkerus came to see you as a generous, capable leader. One day, the king came for an unannounced visit. He brought with him a pale-skinned young woman with striking blue eyes. Hesitantly, she introduced herself as Lena Livingston, the sister of Queen Beatrice of Rumburg, and your wife-to-be. Rumburg? Can someone, like, report that bot as a spam bot? They actually do act pretty quickly on reports. Which is nice. But for some reason, they don't act unless you report, which is less nice. Anyway. Lena Livingston, Rumburg. I remember Rumburg being kind of a shitty place. Like, I know it's from the main campaign. It's I think they just were wanting to war with us with Swordland, and I think one of the main plot points of the main campaign was like going to war with them, or avoiding going to war with them. I bowed. I kissed her hand, or I demanded to go. What was going on? She seems hesitant. For now, I'm just gonna bow. I mean, I already know where this is going, honestly. And I'm not really a fan of that. So I will give her the distance that she deserves. King Valero told you that you had no choice. With Wayland descending into civil war, Rizia needed a new ally. A partnership with the Kingdom of Rumburg, cemented with an arranged marriage, was in the best interest of both monarchies. Besides, he added, you would surely grow to love her. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I'm not gonna marry anyone that I don't know. Like, I know that it's politically expedient, but I don't know, man. You can't force this sort of shit. You and Lena went on a few dates, but neither of you felt a spark. By the time you lifted her veil, you knew the marriage was a sham. Yeah, fucking surprise right there. For your country's sake, you slept together a few times. One of these resulted in the birth of your daughter, Vina. After she was born, you had a string of affairs, tried your best to be a good father, or ignored your family and threw yourself into your work. God, loveless marriage for the sake of ruling a country. I think we're already ruining the country and we aren't even ruling it yet. I'm gonna try my best to salvage the situation, be a good dad. With Rumburg's help, Rizia's economy bounced back to levels it hadn't seen since the glory days of Queen Liza. Wealthy Rumburgians started moving to the cities, so did economic migrants from neighboring Morella and Dirtia, and Wessex seeking asylum from the Civil War. You celebrated Rizia's new diversity, were suspicious of these newcomers, welcomed the new arrivals, but were secretly glad that few of them settled in your province. No. I think it's good. I think diversity is good. Many of the foreigners ended up in the province of Brennus, where a nationalist movement called Su Omina began demanding that the king put Rizia above all. As Duke of Isa, your uncle Hugo turned a blind eye to Su Omina's activities, while his teenage son Ricardus became a vocal supporter. Eventually, do I look like I'm good? Why is this game hitting so close to home? Eventually, Ricardus, better known as Rico, approached you about speaking at one of the group's rallies. No. No. No, 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 no. You distanced yourself from the organization and from Rico. Your uncle was displeased but said nothing. A few years passed. 3 years, apparently. You slowly realized that the uprising had broken something in your father. He began neglecting his duties as he became increasingly preoccupied with threats, both real and imaginary. Outside of the country, he gained a new nickname, Valero the Frail. You found yourself under more and more pressure to make up for your father's shortcomings. Between that and your loveless marriage, you had few sources of joy in your life, except for Vina. For her 10th birthday, she asked you and Lena to take her on a sailing trip. You happily came along, went, but only for your daughter's sake, or decided to get some work done instead. Yeah, let's take her daughter on a sailing trip. In the middle of the Gulf of Valenkerus, the weather turned unexpectedly stormy. When the captain tried to turn the boat around, it was hit by a breaking wave and cracked in half. The fuck was that boat made of? Fucking newspaper? What is it, like picrete, I think? Is like the... Picrete? Picrete. That's the name of the material. I think like the Mythbusters did an episode on that once. They built a boat out of frozen paper. Like, they froze paper. I think they added, like, some sort of sludge to it or something. It was mostly made out of ice. I guess that's what our boat must have been made of. The Coast Guard got to you and your daughter on time, but by the time they pulled Lena out, she was barely breathing. They rushed her to the hospital, but it was too late. Oh, dead wife. You mourned her for a while, but you also had a province to lead and a young daughter to take care for. Your mother, Estella, moved in to help out with Vina. Hugo suggested you return to... Ruhicism? Oh, it's a religion. Okay, I thought it was like a place name. Hugo suggested you turn to Ruhicism, Rizia's official religion, to cope with your loss. 1 second. Sorry about that. It's caught something in my throat. Yeah, no. If anything, I became less of a believer. Wi-Fi had a stroke? Oh, I hope it recovered. Meanwhile, the situation in the capital worsened. Rizian nationalists continued protesting the loss of Zil and the country's growing pluralism. Rumors spread that an anti-monarchist movement was growing once more. Several long-operating gold mines were depleting as the expenses of the kingdom grew. I just gotta have a drink real quick. Whew. Okay. So, several long-operating gold mines were depleting as the expenses of the kingdom grew. Your father called Hugo back from Isa to keep an eye on his council. You wondered what the country was coming to? The third option is rather funny and nihilistic. Yeah, I guess it was a little too nihilistic for me. I've always considered myself like a what's it called, a positive nihilist or an optimistic nihilist? Like, I don't think there's a point to any of this. I don't think there's a reason we exist. I don't think there's a grand plan or purpose for any of us. Which is great, because that means we get to decide our purpose for ourselves. God. Yeah. We get to decide our purpose for ourselves. We get to decide what's important to us, and no one else can tell us any other way. In a way, not having any god or whatever given purpose is sort of a liberating thing. And that's what I truly believe, and have always, and probably will always. But anyway, you wondered what the country was coming to. You reasoned the king had brought troubles on himself. You believed that things could be better, or you began to get suspicious as well. I don't know. Things don't seem too rosy right now. So, even with Hugo advising him as Grand Vizier, King Bolero seemed powerless to address the escalating tensions. Hugo suggested to the king that you be entrusted with certain responsibilities. Upon agreement from the king and the royal council, you were granted the opportunity to aid as the crown prince. You chose to concentrate on, okay, I think we're going to make our first strategic decision here, enforcing internal security and the passing of necessary royal decrees, strengthening the armed forces and building new military formations, increasing gold extraction and improving tax efficiency, enhancing the extraction of oil, coal, and gas, or spearheading a public relations campaign to boost national opinion of the royal family. Very good question. I don't know what's going on. Something just got lodged in the part of the throat that's like really annoying. Ugh. Sorry about this, guys. I'm sure I'm not sick. This is too sudden for that to be the case, and I feel like the irritation. Like something's irritating the throat down there. Okay. My hay fever's been going all over the place as of recent. Yeah, I've never had any hay fever or anything. And usually sickness doesn't start with a cough. Usually it starts with like a sore throat, and then like kind of escalates, and I haven't had any of that at all. But anyway, what do? Increasing gold extraction, improving tax efficiency seems like a good idea. You always want to start out with a strong economy. So would enhancing the extraction of oil, coal, and gas. But also, like, having the favor of the people seems important to me. Internal security feels a little police-statey. Like, ideally, you want to prevent anyone from even considering doing something that would require a strong internal security, but I know that's not always possible. And yeah, armed forces building new military formations. Like, most of our troubles right now seem to be internal rather than external. Although there might always be opportunistic neighbors who might want to exploit the instability within the country. Yeah. The economy! Yeah. I don't know. I mean, in the end, as long as we do live under capitalism, having a solid economy is like a very important thing, because it's what pays for everything, including like stuff that is really necessary, infrastructure, welfare, those kinds of things. Enhancing the extraction of oil, coal, and gas. I suppose that's what I'm going to be going for. Outsiders also took notice of the king's decline. Of course they did. One of them was Axel Reinhard, the new ruler of the Grand Duchy of Palais. He sent you an invitation to visit him on 2 conditions. You were to go alone and without your father's knowledge. Here we go. Do we partake in royal family fuckery? Do we become the intrigue? Do we become liars? Yeah, I think you're right, Yaroslav. I think we kind of have to. It seems pretty clear that the current situation is not maintainable. It was your first time in Palais since childhood. You were surprised at how modern everything seemed now. Duke Reinhard welcomed you to his palace. He said he was hoping to re-establish relations with Rizzia once you became king. You told him that would only be possible once Palais rejoined Rizzia, where it belonged. You said you were looking forward to putting the past behind you. You agreed that a thaw between Rizzia and Palais could be lucrative on both sides, or I refused to promise anything. Yeah, 3 sounds good. The Duke was satisfied with your answer. You spent the next few days getting to know him and the Duchy better. Afterwards, you told your father about your trip or lied to him about where you'd been. Yeah, I did give my word, and can't really jeopardize this opportunity for the kingdom. A few days later, the king summoned you to the capital for a confrontation. He'd had his personal security force, the Golden Guard, surveil you in Palais. He accused you of betrayal and ordered you to tell him about your meeting with the Duke. You went against Duke Reinhardt's wishes and gave your father every last detail. You kept your mouth shut, or you exploded at him for being an incompetent ruler. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. As Vina grew into an intelligent, self-reliant young woman, your mother moved from Monkis back to the capital. She called you one night, her voice shaking. The king was dying. He'd gone straight to bed after dinner. When your mother went to check on him later, she found him comatose in the bedroom. The doctors suspected a heart attack. I rushed to see him. Your father looked pale as a ghost. It took all his effort to speak. In a hoarse whisper, he warned you not to follow in his footsteps. Your reign would be a fresh start for House Toras, a new chance to take back the lands that were lost. Is Yara just a hardcore backseat gaming, or is you? I mean, it's backseat gaming, but I don't really mind it. Like, I am going to take any opinions into consideration, but I'm not going to just always follow what other people are saying. Like, yeah. I mean, this is a game about choices and getting opinions and input from folks who are watching. Seems like a good thing to do. But okay, I guess I'm going to become king now. Only after his funeral gathered at the palace with your mother and daughter did the realization begin to dawn on you. From the day you were born, your entire life had been leading to this moment. Now, it was finally here. Okay. Chapter 1, King Romus. All hail the king! My first decree is that whenever and wherever I go, people must put jackets on the floor so that I must not step on the same dirt that you smelly commoners are. Right, what's our hair? Ooh, look at that. Luscious locks. Yeah, I like that one. Facial hair? Ooh, look at that. Sideburns, big mustache. Love myself that. Love myself that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have sideburns and a big fucky Teddy Roosevelt mustache. Love that. Attire. Ah. You know, with some bizcash here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be wearing a suit. But like one of the fancy ones. Background is... Good question. I think turquoise is nice. Do I have any accessories? Oh, a cigar? Am I going to be one of those people who, like, walk around with a cigar everywhere they go? Because I think that would be funny. Thin glasses or a pipe. Oh my god, a pipe! Okay, do we do the cigar or do we do the pipe? Like, I think smoking has been decided. We are going to be smoking. Smoking hot. But do we do the cigar or do we do a pipe? Like, the cigar has more of a pompous douche feel, while the pipe has more of a sophisticated, intelligent kind of feel. But I think chat's pretty dead set on having it be a cigar. So let's fucking do it. We're gonna be having a cigar. Oh hell yeah, I love that. Look at this guy. Oh, isn't he fit to rule? Yes, let's go. Okay, strategic focus selection panel. As King Romus Torres, you have extensive power to enact and shape the course of the Golden Kingdom. By choosing different focus options, you can gain different strategic advantages, government structure, and tension. Opting for absolutism would solidify monarchic traditions within House Torres, while considering reform aligns with House Cezanne and the Rizian People's Party, signaling a shift towards wider civic participation and resource redistribution. Conversely, the status quo upholds the current balance of power and provincial autonomy. I think we gotta get democracy up in this bitch as soon as fucking possible, so let's fucking do it. Economic strategy. A focus on strengthening our resource economy involves leveraging natural assets and safeguarding long-term energy commitments. Alternatively, diversifying the economy beyond resource reliance aims for a balanced financial landscape, mitigating over-reliance risks. A mixed strategy offers more flexibility. Okay, strengthen resources, diversify away, or mixed approach. What's our budget look like? Okay, we have a +5. All right, I think we, so we are a country that, from what I've gathered, at least from the prologue, we are a country that can rely heavily on our natural resources, and I feel it would be prudent to actually lean on that. It could potentially offer us opportunities to export some of our excess resources later, which could also be good for the budget, but of course, as soon as something, I mean, I think we're far away from the age of electric cars. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna strengthen resources. Foreign affairs. The kingdom faces new diplomatic choices. Interventionism encourages active military involvement, while appeasement aims to strengthen its ties with Wayland and Rumbrook's monarchy. Alternatively, you could choose the third way, forming regional alliances with Dirtia, Palais, and Morella to avoid major powers. I think appeasement is the way to go for the time being. I haven't really focused on military at all. So I don't think we have the chops for interventionism. Not that I would want any interventionism. Mostly I'm just concerned about defending ourselves. And as long as we crawl up everyone's asses and just make us as unattractive of a target as possible by crawling up everyone's asses, I think we should be okay. Okay, as King Romus Tor... Okay, strategic focus selection panel, military branch focus. A shift in focus to the Rizian Royal Air Force could position us for potential aerial superiority. By exploring advanced pilot training and considering the expansion of our bomber fleet, we might enhance our capacities for precision strikes and extend our bombing operational reach. Okay. Rizian Army, directing resources towards the Army expands ground operations. Just gonna read through that a little bit. Got the Navy. Okay, so before I know whether we should focus on the Navy, I need to know how much of our borders are coast. Unfortunately, I can't really... Okay, I can't check the map yet. Okay. You say planes? Yeah, I'm also leaning planes. I mean, that's what the British were focused on, and... I mean, they did pretty okay for themselves as far as military superiority went. Even if it came at the cost of, you know, being a bit of a nation of tossers, no offense. Yeah, I'm also thinking none. Like, either I'm going Air Force or I'm going none, because, I don't know. Like, I think my entire strategy for this campaign is going to be to avoid fighting any wars. To just not step on anyone's toes. So, yeah, I would agree with Yaroslav. We're not going to war, so... The thing is, it's not always our choice. That's my main concern here. Like, we can obviously not start shit with anyone, but if someone starts shit with us, then I guess then we have the resources to fall back on, and we can, like, sell to other nations so that hopefully they'll defend us. We just need to make ourselves the most enticing possible ally for anyone who would want to protect us. So yeah, I'll go no. Okay, here we go. The angelic sounding voices of a voice choir echoed through the great hall of Palaz Resna. To most Rizians, this was the grandest room and the grandest building in the entire country. To me, it was just home. I remembered wandering between the mosaic-tied columns as a bored teenager, watching from the upper gallery as my father met with foreign dignitaries. And of course, this was where I had married Lena. I sat upright in the Sila Orica, the gold-plated wooden throne on which all monarchs of Rizia were coronated. The hall before me was filled with nobles, politicians, business magnates, even movie stars. A television crew moved up and down the aisles, broadcasting the ceremony to the Rizian public for the first time. My mother was sitting in the front row next to Uncle Hugo. Tradition dictated that in the absence of a king or queen consort, the seat next to me would be filled by the successor to the throne. Vina plucked at a stray thread in her gown. "How are you feeling, father?" A little nervous, not gonna lie. Honestly, a little nervous. My daughter smiled. "Don't worry, father. You are the king now." The final notes of the coronation hymn, "By His Sword I Live," rang out, and expectant silence filled the hall. It was broken by the sound of shuffling footsteps. The cameras followed Grand Wiseman Sal Ignatius as he walked slowly down the central aisle, bearing a velvet cushion. He presented it in front of me. On it was the Taurus crown, a black onyx orb, and a scroll containing the words to the royal oath. What do you do? I guess I'll take the orb? I lifted the orb off the cushion and ran my fingers across its smooth surface. It was inlaid with a trio of diamonds representing the three royal houses of Rizia: Torres, Azaro, and Cezanne. Orb! A look at the crown. I gazed at the Taurus crown, forged when my family took the throne almost 150 years ago. It was made of pure gold, adorned with two twisting spires resembling bull's horns. Now look at Estella. I caught my mother's eye. She gave me a conspiratorial wink. A conspiratorial wink? What kind of wink is that? And now I shall recite the oath. I took the scroll off the cushion and read aloud from it. "I hereby pledge myself in service to the great nation of Rizia and its people. I promise to guide my country with a steadfast hand, to uphold the laws of the land under Saint Ruhek's watchful eye, to wield the sword of justice and the shield of mercy to equal measure. All this I shall do until the day I die. May Saint Ruhek fill you with his Holy Spirit on this day, as he did your ancestors before you." With trembling hands, Grand Wiseman Ignatius lifted the crown off the cushion. I could spot a gray hair still clinging to its inner rim. My father's. "May you keep the promises you have made before God and your people." The crown came down on my head. Its heaviness surprised me. Heavy as the crown. "By the divine power vested in me, I proclaim you sovereign king of Rizia. Arise, King Romus." I stand up. The choir broke into "On Shores of Gold," the Rizian national anthem. According to royal tradition, this was my signal to march down the aisle and up to the palace balcony to greet the public. Yeah, I'll follow tradition. I think there's still going to be enough opportunities to break tradition later on. I decided to proceed without making a speech. Everyone in the crowd bowed their heads as Vina and I made our way down the aisle. I hoped my limp was invisible to television viewers. I thought about the kidnapper's bullet and how close I had come to never seeing this day. I passed my cousin Rico in the second row. He kept his head down and didn't acknowledge me. As we kept walking, I recognized various other members of Rizia's three royal houses, as well as monarchs from distant kingdoms. The entire back row was reserved for the Rumburgian royal family and their entourage. I could feel my sister-in-law Beatrice's eyes on me. We reached the end of the hall where a spiral staircase led to the palace balcony. Okay, come, Mina. Let's get your future subject. We'll get our daughter on the balcony with us. My daughter beamed and put her arm through mine. We walked up and up the stairs until we came to a door. Man, this music fucks. This is great. I just love this game's soundtrack. Open the door. I stepped out onto the balcony. The sunlight was so dazzling I was almost blinded. When my eyes adjusted, I regarded the scene below me. Thousands and thousands of people were packed onto the palace grounds, some waving the Rizian flag, others the House Toraz banner. Just beyond them, at the gates, the police easily held back a small pocket of protesters. I paid little attention to them. I was focused on the noise of the crowd, an overwhelming roar that gradually cohered into a single chant. Salutenas axa regu novus! All hail the new king. Yes! All hail me! That's all it took. Just the crowd cheering, and instantly I turn evil. Sorry guys, I'm evil now. Okay. Okay, so Hubertus is the acting Duke of that. Former congratulations. Just a bunch of ass kissing. Yeah, Kingdom of Rumburg. Congratulations, cool. Best wishes. Okay, I can already tell these guys are gonna be trouble. Okay. Cool. Let's decide on the scale of the festivities. Rizian public is eager to celebrate their new king's coronation. Investing in a lavish celebration could make a good first impression and earn their favor. Small parade in the capital port of Drazan, parade and banquets in major cities, or parade, banquets, and balls in all cities. I feel that's a little wasteful, you know. Just because I'm king doesn't mean I need to fucking throw money around like I'm the king. Yeah, I guess we'll do the major cities. The morning after my coronation, I was woken up by a knock on the door. It took me a few seconds to remember where I was. The royal bedroom on the top floor of the residential wing of Palaz Resna made the one in the Taurus Palace in Monkas look shabby. Ornate gold trim covered the walls. I was alone in a bed that could easily have slept four. The knocking on the door continued. Who is it? The door opened and Pavel gracefully stepped in. In the years I'd been gone, the groundskeeper's son had worked his way up to chief butler. I'd seen him on visits to the palace, but we rarely exchanged words. Now he was the head of my royal household. You said you wanted to be woken up at this time, Your Majesty. It's nice to see a familiar face. Welcome back, Kemp. Pavel smiled. Likewise, I'm happy to serve you. He briskly drew back the heavy velvet curtains. Sunshine flooded the room. I trust you slept well? Yes, fine, thank you. I'm glad. He moved over to my armoire and began pulling out items of clothing. Why don't you join your family downstairs? I'll have your outfit ready by the time you've finished eating. Won't you eat with us? Pavel shook his head. I ate in the servants' quarters before coming here. I insist you join us at the table next time. You're the head butler. See, I would like to say this, but I feel that kind of throws shade on the maids. So I'm just going to say, stop being so formal. Sorry, Your Majesty, but that would be seen as highly disrespectful. Enjoy your breakfast. Still in my dressing gown, I headed downstairs. In the eastern dining room, an enormous breakfast spread had been laid out. My mother was already sitting at the table, digging a spoon into a single grapefruit half. Good morning, Mother. Same to you, darling. Despite the early hour, my mother was already in her full makeup. She dabbed at her lips with a napkin. I hope you're satisfied with yesterday's coronation. Your father's wasn't nearly as well attended. What can I say? My people love me. Well, just a little humble brag, I guess. They love to be seen on television. You, they're not so sure about. Her eyes grew serious. What did he say to you before he died, by the way? I never asked. He said not to make the same mistakes he did. He must have been talking about Zil and Palais, his great follies. It's a pity he didn't live to preside over my homeland's big return to Rizia, but soon you will. Okay, I feel like Mommy has an agenda here. Yeah. Fuckery and such. Yeah, just 2 years to go until the treaty expires.
I'm looking forward to that day. But don't let my nattering on keep you from eating. A king needs energy.
She handed me a Rosetta, the traditional rice and quince custard tart. The crust was exceptionally flaky. Just then, Vina came bounding down the stairs.
Isn't it a lovely morning?
My daughter gave a kiss on the cheek to Mother, then me.
I nearly got lost on the way here, Grandma. Why didn't you tell me this place had such a big library? Because I didn't want you holed up in there all the time. A grandmother's got to see her granddaughter every so often, you know.
Vina eagerly took a plate and started piling it high with pastries. My mother clicked her tongue disapprovingly. Yeah.
Not too many of those. The sweeter the taste, the wider the waist. Don't you agree, Romus?
It's a special occasion. Our diet can start tomorrow. Vina took a bite of Rosetta and gave an exaggerated sigh of pleasure. My mother rolled her eyes.
Suit yourself. Now, if anyone in this place could make a halfway decent strudel, that would be worth ruining one's figure for.
Can't argue with that. Strudel is fucking great. We ate for a while in silence. Vina looked lost in thought. Finally, she spoke up.
Father, I wanted to ask you something. You know that I'm 18 now?
That old? How time flies. You know, I'm gonna be a good father and listen to what she has to say instead of inserting my own opinions.
Right. Silly of me to think you were keeping track.
Wow, that's... Ooh. Ow!
I was thinking I'm old enough to accompany you to your council meetings.
Man, she, maybe I wasn't such a good dad.
It's unusual for a female heir to join the council, I know. But didn't you do the same when you were my age?
Well, yes, but they were too dull to bear, I'm not gonna lie.
It seems fascinating to me. And if I'm gonna live up to the legacy of Liza the Great, I'm gonna have to start early.
Okay, so she's an ambitious one, this one. She's got lots to prove. What do we say? Yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about living up to anyone's legacy. You're great in your own right.
That's very kind of you, Father, but Liza was the most beloved queen in her history. Of course, people will compare me to her. You're getting ahead of yourself, sweetheart. The crown is on your father's head right now, not yours.
She looked at me sharply.
And what your father needs is for your lovely little face to be seen at balls and ribbon-cutting ceremonies, not hidden behind council doors.
Can you up the shut fuck, Mother? That's an outdated image of a princess, isn't it? If Vina wants to get involved in politics, I don't see why I shouldn't let her. Or 2. 2 or 3. I'm kind of pondering between 2 or 3. Which one are you thinking, chat? 3? Okay. Well, let's do 3. That's an outdated image of a princess, isn't it? If Vina wants to get involved in politics, I don't see why I shouldn't let her.
It would mean the world to me, Father. You want to spend the best years of your life cooped up in that den of snakes. The council isn't some wise, all-knowing entity. Everyone on it is only looking after their own house and their own stature. And God help you if you get in the way of either of those.
Yes, I'll go with 3. My father may have allowed his council to run roughshod over him. I will not make that mistake.
If navigating the council's self-interest will be part of my future duties, I need to learn how to do that too. I promise it'll be like I'm not even there, and I'll step out in public as much as I can.
Vina looked at me with pleading eyes. Your grandmother's just jealous, Vina. You can join the meetings if you want. I'm just gonna fucking throw a jab at my grandma. Well, at her grandma. My daughter's face lit up.
Thank you, I can't wait to start. Oh, I'd better refresh myself on Rizian law.
She pushed her plate away and dashed back up the stairs. When she was gone, my mother lit a cigarette.
You do realize that she'll be nothing but a liability to you in that room.
What does it matter? The council is an antiquated institution anyway. She raised an eyebrow.
Don't let them catch you saying that.
The clock struck quarter to 9. Well, she didn't disagree. I just want to point out here. The clock struck quarter to 9. My first council meeting was starting soon. I excused myself from the table. As I was leaving the dining room, my mother cleared her throat.
He always believed you'd make a good king, you know, even if he didn't always show it.
I won't just be good. I'll be the very best that no one ever saw. Bam, bam, but damn, I'm gonna reign. I'm not good at freestyling. I headed back upstairs to fetch Vina. It was almost time to go. More reports. Okay. Good wine. All right. Good to know. Cool. Let's go have our meeting then. Politics, guys. Politics. Ah, isn't that exciting? All right. The stairway to the royal council chambers was longer than I remembered. I took a moment to catch my breath in front of the carved oak doors.
Hurry up, father. It's not very kingly of you to be late.
Huh. Other kings don't have bullet wounds in their legs? You're wrong. It's very kingly of me to show up whenever I want. Yes, I'll say this. The true king is never late. It's the others who are early. After collecting my thoughts, I pushed open the door and walked in. Everything was just as it had been in my youth. The high domed ceiling with its skylight that shone into the center of the room, the oval mahogany table, the tall-backed red velvet chair where my father used to sit. To my slight surprise, the room was empty except for one man, my uncle. When Hugo saw me, he sprang to his feet.
Welcome, Your Majesty.
Yeah, Yeah. No need to stand on ceremony with me, Hugo. Please sit. Hugo sat down with a smile.
You'll meet everyone else soon enough, but I thought a private chat with your Grand Vizier would be in order first.
His eyes traveled to the doorway where Vina was still standing.
Although it seems it won't be as private as I was expecting, are you staying, Princess Vina?
My daughter gave a shy nod.
Yes, Uncle Hugo. I'm sitting in on the King's Council meetings.
She's going to learn my experience, just like I did. Hugo frowned as he processed this new information, then broke into a smile.
By all means, then, Your Highness, have a seat.
Vina walked over to the table as I made my way to the red velvet chair. Once we were all seated, I turned to my uncle. How have you been, my man?
Busy. Managing the royal transition is a full-time job in itself. Between that and visits to Rico and Isa, I haven't had a day off since the funeral.
As I listened to him, my eyes drifted towards the back wall. It was covered in portraits of Rizia's previous kings, including a newly painted likeness of my father.
My dear brother, I do miss him, but I dare say it's time we had some fresh blood on the throne. As it's been quite some time since you last sat in his chambers, I've prepared an overview for you. Would you like to hear it?
I'm already up to speed, of course. I'm frickin' pro, genius, ultra, just like on top of the world. But my daughter, now her, like you can definitely like fill her in, and I'll just sit and not listen to what you're saying. I'm already up to speed, but I'm sure Vina would appreciate it.
Good thinking. This will apply to her too, one day. As the king, you're both Rizia's head of state and the commander of its armed forces, as well as the de jure governor of Rizia Imperii, Valenkiris, the Palais Administrative District, and the islands of Kalekabiz. Like your father and grandmother before you, you alone have the power to shape this country by passing royal decrees. As is tradition over hundreds of years, each new ruler has passed the sovereign transition and clemency decree to start their reign. The kingdom will be expecting your decree very soon. Tradition is the enemy of progress. We should not be bound by the past. Disregarding tradition is a perilous path, Romus. Our people cherish these customs. They are the bedrock of our society.
Yeah, I mean, some traditions are nice, right? But it doesn't mean that all traditions are necessary, is what I'm saying. Hugo reached for a neatly rolled parchment lying on the grand table. With deliberate movements, he unrolled it, revealing the prepared royal decree. The intricate script and the seal of Rizia glinted under the chandelier's light.
I and the rest of the Royal Council will advise you to the best of our ability and put forth decrees and state decisions for your approval. Ultimately, the king has the final say. However, you should not neglect the House of Delegates, the legislative assembly my brother set up to appease the opposition after the uprising. House of Delegates. Okay. Ah, democracy! Okay. Feels like the House of Lords a little bit, and the House of Lords is kind of a stupid institution, because most of it is just, like, not elected. 6 years? Okay, yeah, something needs to change here. Right. It was one of his better ideas, but I think it can be improved. I thought so as well. It gave Rizia the appearance of a constitutional democracy while keeping power firmly in the hands of the king. Okay, well, you didn't need to position yourself any harder than you already have. You monarchist. His Majesty Valero presided over the last elections in 1949. The Rizian National Coalition secured a House majority, as always. Who are these guys? Okay. Okay. Conservatives. Got it. They propose decrees and issue official approvals or disapprovals of the laws passed by you and the council. As Grand Vizier, it's traditional for me to attend their sessions and pass any relevant information on to you. Thanks for that, Your Grace. I'll be counting on you. That's all I can really say at this point. Of course, Your Majesty. With that said, I would advise you to take the delegates' input into account. No good can come of ignoring the will of the people. I agree with that. Do the delegates really represent the will of the people, or just that of the nobility? Hugo made a tutting sound. What the heck is a tutting sound? Tut-tut! Tut! Do not discount the importance of the nobility to this kingdom, my nephew. Keep them satisfied, and commoners' lives will be better for it. But if you want a self-styled man of the people, look no further than the opposition. More specifically, to their new leader, Manus Cezanne. Okay, Rhodian People's Party. So they're like the liberals? The progressives? Environmental conservation, national healthcare policy, contemporary artists. Yeah, sounds all like stuff that I could... sometimes you need to blow up the bedrock. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you just need to fucking just tear everything up and start from scratch. Hugo scanned my face closely as he spoke the name. Oh, Cezanne! Right! Traitor! The traitor's son? Exactly. He gestured towards my leg. As you know, Duke Lucas Cezanne was executed for his role in your kidnapping in the 1926 uprising, while his wife Angelica was sent into exile on Calecabiz. While she remains under strict orders not to leave the island, no such restrictions were placed on the son she gave birth to shortly after her arrival. He opened a folder and took out a picture of a clean-cut young man. Vina leaned forward to peer at it. Upon finishing his studies in Kairut, Manus returned to the mainland and proceeded to win the largest supporter base of any opposition leader we've seen thus far. His promises to give a voice to the common man seem to be resonating with the populace. Part of it, at least. I'd like to meet this fellow, honestly. First of all, I'm gonna ask him, like, what do you think about this fucking bullet in my leg? Are you gonna pull the same shit, or can we, like, work together? Talk, like people, you know? Leave the guns where they belong. You'll get your chance. Hugo closed the folder. While I'm on the subject, a word about our houses. House Torres? Our family currently controls the province of Valenkiris, as well as the city-state of Iza. How is Valenkiris doing now that I've left? Stable as always. With you on the throne, me as Grand Vizier, and Rico and Iza, the governing seat has been filled by our distant cousin Hubertus. You recall him, I'm sure. Of course, Princess Vina is eligible to take his place as the reigning duchess once she is deemed fit. He nodded at my daughter. In a few years, maybe. I still don't feel ready. You're already smarter than I was when I became Duke, but it's your decision. Vina blushed. Thank you, Father. I'm just gonna be the most supportive fucking dad ever. I'm just gonna fucking stand behind her and push her and just, support her in all of her decisions. In any case, Your Majesty, I don't expect any trouble in Valenkiris during your reign. It remains the wealthiest of Rizia's provinces and the least affected by crime. Make sure their lives don't get any less comfortable, and the local nobility will stay loyal to you.
What's really going on in Isa? Has Rico been well deceived as Duke? Yes, Port... I asked a different thing. What about Rizia Imperii? We control that too, don't we? Yes, Port Strazon and his metropolitan area are controlled by the central government and therefore House Toraz. You don't need to worry about pleasing our house in this region, though. It's more crucial to retain the favor of the major corporations that are based there. Yeah. If our economy takes a hit, another uprising won't be far behind. That's really what it is. Like, all sort of uprising, all sort of revolution usually comes from economic troubles. As soon as the common people can no longer get what they need, they take what they need, and as they should. So we should really, like, make sure that they have what they need. That's the thing. Precisely. The Palais Administrative District is also under the jurisdiction of Rizia Imperii since we won it back in the Reclamation War. What's really going on in Isa? Has Rico been well received as Duke? Hugo's face hardened. Isa has been difficult since the Cezanne Rebellion, even more so since the Wezek population there exploded. Any effort to restore the rights and privileges of native Rizians is met with resistance. The students at Isa University are leading the charge, I believe. Of course, students are always leading the charge. Again, as they should. Considering the circumstances, I believe my son is doing just fine. It's not the Wezeks who are a danger, it's bigotry. The crime statistics are not bigoted, Your Majesty. If we do not acknowledge this problem, it will get worse. Got it, that's all. Hugo nodded approvingly. As for the other houses, House Cezanne. Aside from Isa, which is now under Rico's governance, all of Brena's is still their territory. The nobles there swore fealty to the crown in exchange for keeping a hold on their cities and their estates. But the return of Angelica's boy could test that loyalty. He is their rightful duke, after all, even if he does not admit it. He cannot be a duke and claim to represent democratic values at the same time. Like, seriously. A contradiction, isn't it? He discourages his fellow delegates from using the title, but has yet to officially renounce it. As for Angelica herself, she remains in exile, as she should. I mean, she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. The Cezanne matriarch is a powerful figure, Your Majesty. Even all these years later, she commands the loyalty of the entire province of Brennus. I do not deny that she could be a useful ally, but only as long as you stay on her house's good side. Lest we forget, Wayland is scheduled to return from Zil to Rizia next year. The Cezannes expect the region to become part of their province, as it was before the uprising. That is... I could use it as a bargaining chip. I mean... At some point, you kind of do have to think strategically. I can use it as a bargaining chip. Stay loyal to the crown or no Zil for House Cezanne. Now you're thinking like a king. And finally, House Azaro. Yes, the rulers of Cardes Monteclar and the stewards of the Rizian military. You must be aware of their patriarch Tadeus' poor health. The general suffered a stroke just prior to King Valero's death. I had no idea. His daughter Lucita, the Duchess of Monteclar, was elected to take his place as War and Security Counselor. You'll meet her later today. Spank strategically? No, Cookie, I said think. But welcome, Cookie. I hope you're having a wonderful and delightful Saturday. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Spank strategically? You should also know that factions within our province have begun calling for the return of Palais again. Palais has been a part of Rizia for over a century. It's a lost cause. No matter your feelings on the subject, I'd advise you to take the house's concerns seriously. Hugo glanced at the clock. Well, I hope that was helpful. I think we're almost done here, unless there's anything else you'd like to bring up. I'll be honest with you. I'm considering reforming the Rizian government. Vina opened her mouth in shock. I hope you don't have any drastic changes in mind, Romus. The RPP may try to claim otherwise, but the citizens of Rizia hardly hunger for reform. The majority are perfectly satisfied with things as they are. Vina's nose wrinkled. Do you know that for sure, Uncle Hugo?
Our only information source is the Royal Herald, after all.
I have my ear to the ground. Yeah, you. Truly unbiased opinion. I'm sure you have like a completely unfiltered view of everything. Any potential sources of discontent are the ones I've already mentioned, hardly worth rearranging the government for. What's more, the nobility would never tolerate such a major shakeup. Why, it was all Valero could do to get them to accept the House of Delegates. A more democratic Rizia would benefit all of us, citizens and nobles alike. Hugo firmly pressed his hands on the table. As king, you can directly make Rizians' lives better with the stroke of a pen. I don't see why anyone would trade that for populism and infighting. He took one last curious look at me before brightening up. So here's the thing, right? The theory of the benevolent dictator. It's like the thing of that the Romans did back in the day during times of crisis. They would appoint a dictator who would then have the sole authority over everything. That's like where the term came from. And then after that crisis was achieved, or not achieved, like repelled, once the crisis had been dealt with, the dictator would like willingly step back and the republic would take back over. And on paper, that seems like such a good idea, right? If only us humans could actually like focus on making things better for everyone instead of just ourselves, I feel like ideas like these would be so much better. Like imagine if someone had decision over everything and just really had just good things for everyone in mind. Like their goal was legitimately to make life better for everyone. It would be hard to argue against it. But the thing is, that's just not a realistic thing, is it? Like, there's always going to be people who are going to be left out simply because of the fact that it's A, impossible to make everyone happy all of the time, and B, there exists not a single person out there without some sort of bias. Some of them are obviously a lot more dire and a lot heavier than others, but I don't think... Yeah, I don't know, man. We are just imperfect creatures, just fundamentally imperfect creatures. So... yeah, on paper it sounds like such a good idea, but in practice it's just not gonna happen. One more thing, as you're aware, a few years before your father's death, he reinstated the Golden Guard. Right, the royal family's personal security first, and we're in our...
Here, sir, ready and able.
For the first time, I noticed the man standing in the corner of the room. He was wearing a tight-fitting gold blazer that barely concealed his muscular physique. Meet Titus Gordian, captain of the Golden Guard. He and his men have been keeping a close watch on you since the coronation. I'm pleased to meet you, Captain Gordian.
Call me Titus, sir.
Titus and the members of this 2,000-strong brigade have been trained in the upper echelons of Rizia's military and police academies. Each has sworn an oath to protect the king and his family at all costs. So they're guarding Vina and Queen Mother Estella as well?
Yes, my men have eyes on the Queen Mother as we speak.
He bowed to Vina. She looked a little flustered.
But didn't Queen Eliza discontinue the Golden Guard because she thought they made royals look elitist and because...
She trailed off.
Because she thought they were getting too powerful. It's why our current force is less than a fifth of the size it once was.
Your father always had a fondness for Rizian tradition, so he spared no expense in bringing the guard back, albeit in a reduced form. I feel like one would be antagonizing and like kind of pissing off this force that has like unprecedented and unfettered access to all of us. The second is like really ass-kissy, and the third one is really self-important. Like, I don't like any of these options, I'm honest. But I guess out of the three, I probably want to go for the ass-kissy one.
The humility is all mine, sir.
Thank you, Titus. You may wait outside the chambers until the meeting's conclusion. Titus nodded and swiftly left the room. Noon already. Shall we and the young heiress break for a glass of wine before the council convenes this afternoon? Gladly. We still have much to catch up on. Sure, let's have a glass of wine. I think your father kept a store of vintage Contuavo in one of these cabinets.
Thank you for the invitation, Uncle Hugo.
He turned to look my daughter in the eye. What an intelligent and well-mannered young woman you've grown up to be, Your Highness. I know how overwhelming the capital can seem compared to monkeys. If you ever have questions, don't be afraid to come to me. Venus smiled politely.
That's very kind of you, Uncle Hugo.
No offers of advice for me? I wouldn't presume to know better than you, Your Majesty. But of course, you can always come to me with questions as well. Vina finished jotting down some notes as Hugo went searching for the wine. Okay, I think that was productive. I think we learned about a lot of the backstory and the plot. Okay, presence of significant coal deposits. Oil field in the end of its productive life. Okay. Ooh, archaeologists. Cool. Cool ruins have been found. Royal decrees. Oh my gosh. I can already do that? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of like the, as long as it's a royal pardon convicted of minor offenses, like, I don't know, stealing or something, or just, like, fucking pickpocketing, I guess. Anti-narcotics campaigns, yeah, that's always the best way to stop people from taking narcotics. Just ban them. It's so fucking easy. Why does nobody try that? Prohibition? It's fucking easy. Housing for the Poor initiative. Ah, yes, Hugo Torres disapproves. Who would have thunk? Okay, we don't have a lot of budget available right now. Maybe we need to to prop up our economy a little bit before we pass this. But I want to pass this eventually. Prohibition is super easy. Yeah, it's just so fucking easy, dude. Just ban things, and then people aren't gonna use them. That's just how it's so fucking easy. I don't know why we just don't ban more things. Just ban all of the bad things. Ban pineapple on pizza. Excavation of toads, ancient. Okay. I mean, a new hospital is good, I think, but also kind of feels like this is more of a military thing. Okay, I suppose we can, I suppose we can pass this. Just for tradition's sake. Like, I don't see any harm in this, right? And if people really do want... Although he said that's what they want. I want to know what the people want, like, myself. Because I don't think Hugo is a reliable narrator. Let's put it that way. I don't think... Just in pineapple on pizza prohibition leads to 700% increase in pineapple, says unrelated sales. Unrelated, says government. Yeah, they're buying all those pineapples to not put them on pizza. They'll just eat them. They'll just eat a slice of pizza, right? And they'll take a bite of pineapple. And you know, that's okay as long as it's not on the pizza, right? That's my opinion as God-given king. Anyway. Let's get to the fucking council meeting. It was late afternoon and Vina and I headed back to the chambers for the first council meeting. The day was sweltering, and a lingering haze from the wine we'd shared before lunch clouded my mind. I was about to be inundated with updates and reports from my counselors. I only hoped I could keep it all straight. As we made our way through the palace gardens, an unsettling sense of being watched crept over me. Then suddenly I caught sight of a young man standing by the path. His face matched the photograph Hugo had shown me that morning. Duke Cezanne, I presume. He smiled nervously.
I hold no land, Your Majesty, but you may use the title if you wish.
It's good to see you here in Port Drazon. He tucked his suit lapel.
I wanted to introduce myself before our first official meeting. I may be the leader of the opposition, but I'm not your enemy. If you and I establish a dialogue, I believe we can work wonders for this country.
See? I agree with that. Mina gave him an encouraging smile.
How lovely of you to say that. I'm Vina Torres, by the way.
He resisted the urge to laugh.
I know. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Right, so I wish we could stay and talk, but the princess and I must be going. Until next time.
I look forward to it, Your Majesty, Your Highness.
Mina waved as we walked away.
He seems nice.
He's friendlier than I expected. I could imagine working together. We continued towards the council chambers. Oddly enough, I still felt like someone had their eyes on us. I looked back for just long enough to see a flash of gold. Titus, of course. We entered the chambers where Hugo was already waiting for us. No sooner had we sat down than a brief rap came at the door. Ooh, a rap? Not that kind of rap. Without waiting for an answer, Lucita Azaro rushed in. The new Warren Security Counselor was younger than I had imagined. She carried herself with a mix of regal elegance and soldierly authority.
Gentlemen, pardon my interruption.
She bowed towards me.
Please accept House Azaro's formal congratulations on your coronation, Your Majesty.
I motioned for her to stand. Her eye was fixated on my uncle's shirt as she raised herself.
Hugo, Your Grace, your shirt's buttoned wrong.
My uncle looked chastised. She did chastise you, buddy.
Oh, hello, Princess Vina. Your Majesty, may I ask what your daughter is doing here?
The princess is part of this court now. I advise you to be more respectful.
Apologies to you both. I meant no disrespect at all.
She gave Vina a broad smile.
Please don't mind me, Duchess Asaro. I'm only here as an observer.
Lucita's eyes darted to the door.
The king and his direct successor spending so much time in the same room. I hope the Golden Guard knows what's at stake in keeping these chambers secure. General Tadea sends his regards, or he would if he were capable of speaking in full sentences.
She was trying to be flippant, so I could sense emotion behind her words. Lucita Azaro in the house! Yeah, that kind of rap. This must be a difficult time for you. Let me know if there's anything I can do. The corners of her mouth twitched downward.
I'm not a porcelain doll, Your Majesty. My ability to perform my duties is in no way compromised.
Yeah, that's what I meant by saying that. That is exactly what I meant to imply by, let me know if there's anything I could do. I went to say you're a useless porcelain doll that can't do anything by herself. Very good, Lucita.
The others should be right behind me.
Twitch TV downward. Yeah, I thought about making that joke, but I knew that someone in chat was gonna, so I didn't want to take the opportunity from you, because I'm such a gracious king. As if on cue, I heard the voices of Elena Werner and Lorento Escabel, my treasurer and the Counselor of Foreign Affairs. Man, another woman? I'm kind of running out of woman voices, I gotta admit. Okay, she's old.
For dast's sake, Lorento, you don't need to hold the door open for me every single time. I'm not as fragile as I look.
I keep telling you, how could I allow a door to close on such a gorgeous face?
I remembered their flirtatious routine from my days on my father's council. Nobody knew whether the two of them had actually had an affair. On seeing me, they dropped the act and assumed a look of deference. Lorento smoothly removed his fedora. Milady, revealing a well-oiled mane of gray hair. Well-oiled mane. Man, these are some phrases.
Your Majesty, it's a pleasure and an honor to be in this room with you once more.
Elena nodded. Her business-like demeanor briefly softened as she looked at me.
I must say, it makes me proud to see you in that seat. Between your time on this council and the fine work you did in Valinkaris, I can't think of a better man for the position.
This formality doesn't suit any of us. Elena, Lorento, it's great to see you both again.
Protocol is protocol, Your Majesty, even if we've both known you since you were in diapers.
Elena looked fondly at Vina.
I'm pleased to see the young heiress here as well. A new Liza the Great in the making.
Vina blushed.
I wouldn't go that far, but I do hope you'll tell me about your time in Queen Liza's court one day. I'd love to. There's just a few updates I've got to share with your father first.
Once all the counselors were seated, Hugo began. Thank you all for joining us. I'm pleased to have the entire council here for this first meeting. Well, not the entire council. The Grand Wiseman is in Plavo, preparing for the upcoming religious ceremony with His Majesty. But he needn't involve himself in earthly concerns like our royal treasury. He smiled to himself and gestured to Elena.
No, indeed. That's for me to worry about.
She put on a pair of half-moon glasses, then reached down into her purse, pulled out a thick leather-bound ledger, and flipped it open.
Surely His Majesty has already some awareness regarding the state of Rizia's economy and resources.
Yes, I do. Because I am an expert on everything that exists in this world. I'm a walking encyclopedia, a shuffling collection of knowledge, the purest, absolute intellectual prototype of a sentient organism. But my daughter, she needs a refresher course. So please. That's basically the gist of what I just said. Elena smiled at Vina. You know, bringing my daughter to the council is like the perfect opportunity to just act like I've got all my shit together, and it's just her that they're explaining everything to. Certainly. She smoothly adjusted her reading glasses before continuing.
Until the 1940s, Rizia was historically one of the wealthiest countries in South Mercopa, but His Majesty the late King Valero bequeathed us a number of challenges in that department.
That is the most diplomatic way to say he fucked shit up that I've ever heard. This woman is good. She is good.
Where should I start? Until the 1940s, everything was good, but then your dad came and just fucked everything up real bad, and now everything sucks because your dad is just an incompetent fucking hack, and I'm glad he's dead. Bequeathed us a number of challenges.
Where should you start? Tell Vina about her government budget.
It's healthy, Your Majesty. Since we began trading with Rumberg, we've been running a surplus. It's not as high as it used to be, but I think we should put it to work. All glory to the late Valero, but he had a certain prudence about spending government funds. Yow! This woman! Good lord, she has a way with words. He had a certain prudence about spending government funds, even when it might have made Rizia richer today. The translation is, he was a greedy fucking asshole and he ruined everything. Now, new gold mines are scarce, our richest sources nearly depleted, and the kingdom's burdens have grown over the past decade.
Yeah, no need to sugarcoat it. He was a miser.
He had his reasons, I'm sure, but he did miss a number of potentially lucrative investment opportunities. Including, of course, the opportunity to completely modernize the Rizian military.
Okay, so that's the kind of person you are? Okay, Counselor of War and Internal Security. All right, I suppose. Right, so she's been a soldier since she was 16, severely cracked down on crime and terrorism. Oh dear, she's one of those. She's one of those. They call him fucking jackass miser, whatever he touch. Is that a reference I'm not getting? I'm pretty sure that's a reference I'm not getting. I'd be interested to know what reference I'm not getting.
With all due respect, Duchess Azaro, I'm not sure the military is the king's #1 focus.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. I like her. Who is she? Middle class family. Uplifts the status of women. Okay, she did work for a corporation. I don't know, she seems like she's got her shit together. I feel like I should listen to her. Yeah, it most certainly is not. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted to say. No, stop. That's not what I wanted to say. What? What the fuck? I pressed 2. That's bullshit. Ugh. Very well said. Why would it be, Miss Warner? Rizia continues to have many enemies, both foreign and internal. That may be true, but I still don't fucking care about the military.
Very well said, Your Majesty. We cannot rely on the likes of Wayland and Rumberg to protect us.
Ultimately, shouldn't that money be spent on the Rizian people? Think of the advances we were able to make during the Liza era due to the Queen's investments in citizen welfare. You'll recall her famous quote,
"True prosperity is not defined by the amount of gold in her coffers, but by the health and happiness of each soul within her borders."
That's correct. Truer words have never been spoken. I'm just going to click these now, because I don't trust this game anymore. Vina beamed, Hugo nodded in agreement.
I will point out that Rizia's wealth, and my mother's judicious handling of it, was one of the factors that allowed us to survive the century of revolutions. However, those were different times. As a modern nation in an era of increasing superpower influence, we are expected to have a certain standard of military. If we cultivate our alliances well, we won't need that. I agree with that.
Allies can turn on us, Your Majesty. A loyal, well-funded military is worth its weight in gold. Your enthusiasm is heartening, Duchess Asaro. I'm sure you'll have much more advice to share during your own briefing.
I love her. Can I turn her into my, like, personal royal advisor? She just has the most eloquent way of telling people to fuck off that I have ever seen. This is, like, the best fucking thing. She just told her, shut the fuck up and talk about it when you're during your own meeting. Oh my god, I love her. Elena, you are an absolute fucking gem. Elena Werner. Holy crap, she's so cool. She's so cool. I fucking love her so much. Any further questions, Your Majesty? What's been going on with the gold industry?
Well, Your Majesty, gold is still the backbone of the Rizian economy, though production has declined as our reserves begin to exhaust themselves. We have a number of active mines within the country operated by the Rizian Royal Gold Corporation.
She and Hugo exchanged glances. And unfortunately, we cannot talk about Rizian Royal Gold without talking about its CEO.
Why unfortunately, Your Grace?
Your uncle never could countenance the presence of Russello Montoro, but we can't mine gold in this country without him.
Who is he? Rusty? That's a cool nickname. Wealthiest commoner in the country. He's a liar? Opportunist? Relentless ambition? Connections? Ethically questionable? Right. A liar, an opportunist, a monster. Yeah. A CEO. I guess. A CEO.
Mr. Montoro, Rusty, currently owns 70% of Rizian Royal Gold.
I still cannot believe he was allowed to gain such a large majority.
Nor can I, Your Majesty. He looked at Elena.
Rusty's first move after taking over the company was to sue your father's government for loss of revenue connected to the ZIL handover. After a very lengthy back and forth, it was agreed that the kingdom's share in RRG be decreased from 45 to 30%.
Rizia should not own 30% of RRG or even 45%. The entire company should be nationalized.
It's not that simple.
The patent for RRG's proprietary mining technology was filed in Ventry City, Arcadia, and most of its financial assets are kept in Kairut.
In other words, attempting to nationalize the company without Mr. Montoro's express approval would strip it of its value.
She adjusted her glasses before continuing.
While RRG continues mining within Rizia, the royal government is a direct stakeholder in the Mefteam International Trade Zone.
She unrolled a map on the table and pointed to a region in the east of Morella.
The double blow of losing our mines in ZIL and 15% of our RRG stake has made us quite reliant on the gold from the MITs.
The MITs? Lorento stroked his mustache.
It was established shortly before you joined the Royal Council, was it not, Elena? I heard the negotiations between Rizia, Valgsland, Lesbia, and Morella took over a year.
Can we increase our mining efforts within Rizia to make up for the loss?
We can try. There are a number of promising sites that have yet to be explored. We would just need to commission a survey to find them, keeping in mind that any mining site near noble-owned estates might lead to a devaluation of those properties.
I saw Hugo wince at that remark. When we get ZIL back, will we get its gold back as well?
I certainly hope so. Wayland has been mining extensively in the region since taking over in 1927, but as per the terms of our agreement, ZIL and all of the resources therein will return to Rizian ownership in 1952, and at the time of our last survey there was much more than 30 years' worth of gold in the ground there.
How much say does the government have over operations in the MITs?
A fair amount. Any changes to regulations or profit shares have to be agreed on by all four nations involved. RRG gets a percentage of the MIT's profits for the use of its technology, but we can make decisions without Mr. Montoro's input. That's it for our discussion on gold. Shall we move on?
Let's talk about our energy holdings. Elena rubbed her hands together.
Very gladly. Your Majesty, I know this is your area of expertise, but there have been a few new developments.
She pointed at the map in front of her, this time directing our attention to the southern coast of Valencaris.
Though our state energy company is called Rizian Oil and Gas, production of the former has slowed over the years and is threatening to come to a complete halt. The latter, however, shows immense potential. Our most productive gas field is Escuris off the coast of Tope. Assuming enough money is invested into its expansion, we can expect it to fuel our kingdoms for years to come. Or we can spend our budget elsewhere as we wait for access to the new field south of Kalekabiz.
Careful, Miss Werner. One shouldn't count one's pheasants before they've been bagged. That is the weirdest way of saying that phrase that I've ever heard. Excuse me, what field would that be?
Elena looked at Lorento, then at me.
Well, we're still in the extremely early stages, but we may have at least part of a claim to a substantial reserve of natural gas between the port of Palais and the Rizian island of Kalekabiz.
We should proceed very carefully with this. We don't want a gas dispute on our hands. Wise words, Your Majesty.
Our researchers have been investigating the field size and borders. When those are known, it will be easy to determine ownership.
Of course, we are liaising extremely closely with Palais to avoid misunderstandings.
As we should. Nobody wants a repeat of the last conflict.
Indeed not. I will not practice the same mindless militarism as my father and Tadeo Cesaro.
Lucita's eyes narrowed, because of course they fucking did. Elena Werner, Gerson Boom, old people that kick ass, I think.
Yes, yes. Oh my god, so much.
The attack on Palais in the 20s was not mindless, Your Majesty. It was driven by demand from the people. But some people don't know what's best for them, especially my family.
Vina tentatively raised her hand.
I don't know why we're even discussing a military response. We'll surely be able to reach a compromise using proper diplomacy.
That's my daughter. You're right, Vina. Duchess of Sorrow, save the military talk for your own briefing.
Forgive me, Your Majesty. I thought you were asking for my input.
Elena gently cut in.
We should save this discussion for if and when we know more about the gas field in question. For now, are there any other questions?
How much of our revenue comes from taxes?
Historically, our resource-based economy has allowed us to have some of the lowest tax rates on the continent. It's been a real boon for businesses. The central government does collect a flat income tax of 10%. This is mostly paid by workers, since nobles have no income to speak of.
Wow. What a strange and foreign world that is completely unknown to any of us. Yeah, that doesn't seem fair. Low-earning workers pay taxes while nobles don't.
I didn't make the rules, Your Majesty. They were proposed by the House of Delegates and agreed on by your father.
Right, my father. A 10% tax is a low price for commoners to pay for the privilege of living and working in the best country in Mercopa.
And her family's investments power half of Rizia's business anyway. Why ask us to pay double?
But nobles only got the money for those investments by siphoning it from hardworking commoners. Isn't it a responsibility to break the cycle somehow? Hugo looked at me strangely because of course he fucking did. It is our responsibility to make wise choices with the money we have. Dwelling on how we came to have it accomplishes nothing. Yeah. Accomplishes you not having to think about any of it.
In terms of our province's individual contributions, they pay less than 3% directly to the crown, which mostly goes towards administrative costs. The arrangement dates back to agreements made after the War of Rizian Succession. After 4 years of civil war, the crown granted broad fiscal autonomy to the provinces.
It is the very structure of the realm, our code of agreements. When it has endured for centuries, the provinces remain the backbone of the kingdom. How are the provinces performing economically? Hugo, watch your tone, Your Majesty. Yeah. Watch your fucking face, Hugo, before I punch it.
There are key differences worth your attention. Let me walk you through them. Your house's province, Valencaris, leads the realm in GDP, driven by its wine, gas, and tourism sectors. Brennus is still suffering the effects of the loss of Isa and Zil. However, it's made advances in shipping and agriculture alongside its gold mines. The manufacturing concerns in Cardes Monteclar are doing very well, to the point that business councils are complaining about an imminent shortage of skilled workers.
A shortage of Rizian workers, Eleanor. Those vacancies could easily be filled with migrants from Wayland and Dirdia.
That is a slippery slope, Mr. Escabel.
Are you familiar with Rizia's two-tier employment system, Your Majesty?
Please explain it to me.
After the Wayland Civil War, we began granting labor hand visas to Wessex migrants and a smaller number of Dirdians.
Labor hands may accept employment by Rizian industries, but they don't have the right to social security or other benefits, and there's a cap on how much they are allowed to earn. They now make up most of our blue-collar workforce, with higher-paid jobs held by native Rizians, as well as smaller numbers of lesbians, Valslandians, and Rumburgians.
The program did wonders for the economy when King Valero initiated it, but as a result, we now have millions of workers in this country who are being treated like second-class citizens. They should have the same working rights as their Rizian counterparts, especially if they're paying taxes. Rizia offered Wessex asylum where other countries did not. There must be some limit to our generosity.
Smaller numbers of lesbians?
That's not what I said. Perhaps, but I do worry that having a growing army of disenfranchised laborers will lead to unrest later down the line.
Very possible, Your Majesty, and allowing migrants to earn more money would curb the kind of black market activities that have been taking place in cities like Isa.
Do you not fear the dilution of Rizian culture and values, Duchess Cesaro? No, why would I? Or the infiltration of... Well, okay, he didn't ask me, but still. Why would I? Or the infiltration of Dasnurists and Golcondists? Oh, okay, religion. All right.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking Reagan.
She shrugged.
Society's changed, Your Grace.
See, I agree with her.
I don't recall these concerns being raised about the Rumbargians who moved here after our alliance.
Oh my god, Lucita! I feel like I'm starting to like you.
Rizia is a multicultural nation now, Hugo, whether we like it or not. I mean, we like it, but... I mean, I agree with what Lucita says. I think the implication here is that the Rumbargians are like, you know, Caucasian, right? And the others, like, aren't? Yeah, I have to agree with her here. I just can't not agree.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I saw a smile play across her lips. Hugo stayed silent.
Helena looked uneasily at the three of us. She tapped a pencil on the table.
We seem to have veered off track. Can we get back to your questions about the economy?
That's all the info I need.
Perfect, Your Majesty.
Helena glanced down at her notes, her expression contemplative.
I'd like to discuss several economic considerations. We should anticipate potential expenses arising from our impending fiscal policies.
Please elaborate.
The first point to consider is industrial growth. I'm all for expanding production and construction, but we should make sure that we have the energy to keep our facilities humming. Secondly, there's the matter of living standards. Improving the quality of life for our citizens naturally leads to higher administrative expenditures. Thirdly, if you do decide to listen to Duchess Cesaro and expand our defense capabilities, keep in mind that the cost of upkeep for our armed forces will rise accordingly. Lastly, energy management poses its own challenges. As we approach the limits of our grid's capacity, we may incur additional storage costs.
I have full confidence in your ability to handle these matters.
Frankly, I'm glad to see you taking such an interest in our financials.
Of course, they're like the most important fucking thing.
Between myself and the House of Delegates, we were able to keep everything running smoothly in the absence of clear guidance from your father. But with a king of your caliber at the helm, there's no telling how high we can soar.
Okay, tone it down, Helena. Like, I know you know how to use words like butter. History shall know me as Romus the fiscally responsible. That is such a cool line that I just almost can't not say it. Yeah.
Very catchy, Your Majesty. I think that's enough for today, but we will have to come to a decision regarding our resources. If golden energy exports are to remain the backbone of our economy, we need to focus on finding new sources. Of course, we could also try to develop other industries. I'll let you think about it, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Miss Warner. That was indeed enlightening. A pleasure to share these chambers with you once more, King Romus.
Yes, I'm looking forward to our upcoming security briefing, and congratulations on surviving your first council meeting, Your Highness. I found it fascinating, Your Grace.
They smile at each other, not altogether sincerely.
Yeah. My counselors left. I sat for a few more minutes, reflecting on what Elena and the others had said. Okay. Well. Very, very interesting. What do we got here? Investment in public transport infrastructure. I feel like that might be good. Yes. Why are these two against everything? So I think that's important, but right now I'm seeing a lot of stuff that costs a lot of money and not a lot of stuff that gives a lot of money. Yeah, I think this is important. Naturalization for foreigners. A university is good, I feel. It's always for the military. Can't we just do fucking civilian stuff? Civilian hospitals, civilian universities? Save it for later, you say? No decrees yet? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't really have the lay of the land just yet. I feel like, yeah. Okay, arrange a classical concert for the noble houses. Interesting. Do we have any reports? Okay, we can go here. Sign sovereign decree? You think so? I don't know. We have Elena's for it. We have plenty of authority, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll sign it. Whatever. Okay, so what do we do here? We can... Festivities underway for the consecration of the king. Okay. And then we have here, arrange a classical concert for the noble houses. Yeah, we'll do that. As a gesture to the noble houses and to celebrate the cultural music heritage, a proposal to host an extravagant classical concert featuring the renowned Rizian composer Antonia Geria Albani has made. This event could serve as a display of the monarchy's support of the arts and reinforce its prestigious image among the noble houses. I don't know. It just all kind of feels a little extravagant. A little too extravagant. What we got in the news? Mentioned capital of Honor King Romus. CEO speaks out against proposed mining regulations. Ah, CEO speaks out against regulations. Oh, that's a headline right there. That's some news, man. Coronation party at Isa Palace marked by hooliganism. Rufus Gragg's Royal Gossip Coronation Fashion Edition. King Romus crowned in grand ceremony. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. I kind of want to do the next scene, but I have a feeling it might take longer than 20 minutes, and I do really want to play Portal in like 17 minutes. I don't know, Yaroslav. You seem to have played this game before. How long is this scene? Is this like a long scene? Does this stuff happen in it? Like I remember in the Swordland, like in the main game, non-DLC version, there was like a similar thing where I think there was like a presidential party to celebrate my crowning. A bit long for 10 minutes. Okay. Right. And I'm almost like thinking of calling it for suzerain here. Maybe play some more next time. And take a quick break of a couple of minutes. And then we come back and I just start early with Portal, I suppose. I probably need to practice a little bit as well. I want to see, like my plan was to see how often I can beat the game in an hour. And depending on how rusty I am, because I haven't practiced at all. I really wanted to practice, but a lot of stuff happened yesterday and the day before that. Very busy days. So I will be going into this without any practice at all. So maybe an extra couple of minutes to help me out with that could be kind of helpful, actually. But yeah, so this was... you can just rewatch that rap at the door clip from early in the stream. Okay, well, yeah. Suzerain. Very, very good game. I remember the base game fondly, and I have always thought that it was a really fun experience. Very contemplative. I think it's interesting that this game allows you to like sign royal decrees whenever you want. I think in the base game you didn't really have the opportunity of doing that. Interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like actually more of a strategic sim. Instead of like mostly a narrative thing, because I feel like the original Suzerain was mostly a narrative thing. Like, yeah, obviously there's decisions to be made and stuff, but ultimately you're still being told a story. And it would be interesting if the Rizia DLC went a little more into the strategy part of the game. But okay, Gotta go. See you later. Thanks for being here, Yaroslav. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed. I'll try to play some more Rizia next time on Wednesday, presumably. We will see. We will see. For now, I will be hopping off into a quick break to rehydrate and take care of all those biological needs. I suggest that you guys do the same, and then we'll meet each other right here again in a couple of more minutes to play some Portal. The original Portal. Portal 1. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. I'll see you there. Be right back. Hello and welcome back. The break is over and we are about to embark upon a jolly good time with Portal. The year was 2007 and Portal released as part of stuffing basically in the orange box alongside heavy hitters of Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life 2 Episode 2, a almost filler game that no one saw coming, that no one really expected, and it turned out to be one of the best games that has ever been made, one of the best interactive experience that has ever graced this pitiful species. Portal! It is one of my favorite games of all time, absolutely, just all the way up there. The atmosphere is unmatched, even by its sequel. It is such a fantastic game. I have spent so much time playing it, and I'm going to be playing it now as part of an event where hopefully a lot of other people will be playing it as well, to give it the respect it deserves and to give it some player numbers that it hasn't had, because, well, it is literally a, what is it, like a 18-year-old game? Yeah, 18 years? 2007 to 2025 is 18 years. So, yeah, Portal has graduated high school and is about to enter college. And, oh my god. Man. What a time it's been. Portal. Absolutely amazing. Let's head straight on in. We're a little early, 5 minutes roughly. Welcome back to YouTube Cookie. You see, Toby's been uploading the Undertale and Deltarune soundtrack to his channel. Thinks some kind of original official uploads got taken down. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's been some music rights fuckery going on recently with the Undertale and Deltarune soundtracks. But as far as I know, Toby is very supportive of people listening to his music. And there have been a few mishaps and misunderstandings with the agency he has chosen to represent the copyrights to the music. But yeah, I guess that's just how these things tend to happen, really. But yeah, here we go. The grand opening to a game where you stand around in a room for a minute. Yeah, is GLaDOS even talking? Can you turn on subtitles? Yeah, there are subtitles already. GLaDOS wasn't talking yet. It just always takes a bit for her to start talking. 20 seconds or so. Turn up the game volume a little bit. And here we go. We're playing Portal. I always want to put on like a timer or something. Okay, let's see if I can nail the cube toss. Of course I can't. I am so out of practice with this game. I'm going to try and beat it as fast as I can. It's probably going to be like closer to 30 minutes. Like during my high times, I was able to beat this game in roughly 20 minutes, but I am so out of practice. I really wanted to practice a little bit last night, but there was just no time for that. Okay, not yet. Yeah, we gotta wait another cycle here. Okay, another 2 cycles. I mean, this is just all supposed to teach you about all how portals work. Obviously, we already do know that.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock.
I know people can also do like accelerated backwards hopping, like all of these lovely little things. So many speedrun techniques that I used to be able to do, but I'm not sure if I still can. Like, I even have jumping still bound to my mouse wheel. I guess I can try to do an accelerated backwards hop, like out of the... Nah, my timing is all off.
Please be advised that a noticeable
No. I think we gained a little speed there. I can forget about me doing that around the corner. So the way accelerated backwards hopping works...
which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Yeah. So the point of accelerated backwards hopping is that the game tries to cap your speed.
Very good.
And it does that by subtracting. There's like a speed limit. I think it's 300 and something units. Let's just say it's 320. It's probably more than that or less. I'm not entirely sure. But whenever you jump, you gain speed. And in order to cap your speed, the game subtracts whatever you have an extra speed that you shouldn't have from your current speed. But it does that by like just straight up subtracting along the vector that you're facing. So when you're facing backwards, it reduces speed in the direction that you're facing, which means it increases speed from the direction you're facing away from, which ends up making you faster. And you can like get really fast if you do that. But I am not good at that. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Ah, okay. There's a bit of luck involved, I think, here. Maybe you can get like proper portal placement, and then you can like control your luck a little bit.
We will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
But for me, it's always come down to luck. Like, does the cube fall in the way that it's supposed to? If it does, that's great. If not, well, then you just gotta walk back and readjust, I suppose. Grab this. Man, my cube throws are all off.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggests.
Okay, here she actually doesn't. The elevator doesn't start moving until she stops talking.
Good job.
So we can like hang out in front of the elevator.
We will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
There, and it instantly starts moving. These all these tiny little touches that I do know that speedrunners use to like shave a few seconds off of their run, and I guess I can do that. I can do those things as well.
While safety is one of many goals, the aperture.
Okay, so the way this works is like I think you can. Yeah, if I jump in a certain way from here. Nope. Yeah, I can't bonk against the edge of the portal. Whoa. Ah, look at me, completely messing it up. Well, I guess I can also just do this. I think that's a more simple way of doing it. If I don't like kill myself. I don't know why I'm trying to. I don't know why I'm trying to solve this in this way when it would at this point be much easier to just solve it the proper way. But yeah, no, that's not working. Okay, I'll give it one more shot. Solving it the unintended way. Nah. All right, let's just do it properly. I'm wasting so much time right now. I swear I used to be able to do this much more quickly. Portal is at 1,826 players at the moment, and we're one of them! We're one of them! We are doing our part! 1,826 and hopefully counting! Let's get this game up. How many players was it before 5 o'clock? Like, what was the actual jump? Right, there's another little, there's another fun solution here. I think we have to do this, and then... no, like this, and then like this. Okay, not quite. Let's try that again. Okay, I need to find my bearings here. Oh god, I am so out of fucking practice, man. It's ridiculous. All right, I'll just solve this the intended way again. And here I thought I could like show off my strats. I think I can also just hold on. Was this like a faster way of solving it? Just by just like jumping to the left here and then on top of that thing. Anyway. About 600. Okay, so 1,200 people joined the event. That's cool. That's cool. I'm happy to be a part of it. Can you like move the platform, please? Okay, nice.
Every chamber from now on will be speedrun strats, attempted, failed, intended route. You are probably not wrong about that. I know the upcoming chamber. There are a few that are easier to pull off and that don't require as much practice and like execution, and I'll definitely be able to do those. I think, yeah. So this one's another, like, kind of tricky one, because, God. If I don't get killed by the fucking thing. Okay, there we go. Like, you can just jump on this, but I think you, like, need a lot more momentum. Yeah. 2,739? Oh my god, that's amazing! Okay, well, speedrun strat attempted, failed, and, come on. And now we do the intended route. But yeah, if you conserve your momentum, then you can like hop there, and then that's then you can like bounce around there and just skip the entire chamber. And I used to be able to do that, but now I can't. Because I haven't played this game in a while. But things are going to get easier once we have 2 portals, I think. Which will happen momentarily. Okay, so this one is a strat that should be very easy to pull off. I just need to nail the portal. Okay, nail the portal placement. There we go. Yep. Yep. Hey, come on. Yeah, that can be done a lot more smoothly, but I did a speedrun strat. Yay! Very easy, he says, falling out of the portal twice. Well, in comparison, it's easier. Man, I really should have practiced. But I think this is almost more fun.
Hello again. To reiterate, previous one.
Okay, gonna conserve my momentum here.
Forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not. Momentum, a function of mass and velocity.
Come on. I don't know why this thing keeps stopping halfway through. Oh, come on! Now I'm like even failing the non-speedrun strats? Okay, we're about to get the second portal device, so things are about to get a lot easier. Things are about to get a lot easier. Yeah, the dual portal device, okay. Right, and I think we can just... I was too slow. Now I just gotta wait for the entire thing to cycle around once. But you can make that jump. Once this thing spins back around to being here, you can make that jump. You can jump onto the platform in the middle. Basically skip the whole chamber. Okay, there we go. We are pleased to present an amusing fact. Yeah, I think half an hour is going what our run is what our run is going to end up being. I almost wish I put up a timer, but I'm also kind of happy that I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, come on. Come on, do the thing. See, this is what I really like Portal 2 for. Like, the panels are just so much snappier. Okay, here's a cube toss. If you can get that, that would be nice. Ah, so close. Okay. But I think we're holding a pretty neat pace, I suppose. Okay, Chamber 13 is the one with the cubes. The one with the cubes. Yeah, very, very descriptive indeed. Yeah, no. There is a really I kind of practiced this once.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time.
Okay, I just need to nail this toss. I have not nailed a I have not nailed a single cube toss throughout this entire run.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very
Okay, we get a second chance.
become lightheaded from thirst.
Nope, still no. Okay.
An incubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Okay.
As part of a previous
3206. Ah, it fills my heart. It fills my heart with joy to see the number rise and rise and rise and rise.
Testing is over. You will be next.
Very, very happy about that. So True GLaDOS, yeah, this next test definitely took a very, very long time.
All subjects intending to handle
That was the wrong portal.
leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed
Okay.
of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is
Okay, that also took a lot longer than it should have because I used the wrong portal and made it into a infinite loop. But I think it was still kind of speedy. Fun fact, if you die and your invisible body goes through a fizzle, it becomes visible as it gets fizzled. That's pretty cool. I know that if you die and your body just gets removed, then the game crashes. I don't know why I keep bouncing off of like invisible ledges or whatever. Yeah, there's a faster way to do this, but I'm not really good at that right now. Ah, I can't even portal stand anymore! Yeah, I think if you, like, I don't know. If you do it properly, then you can, like, actually skip the whole side room thing. Ah, come on. Okay. Can't wait for the complimentary cake at the end of this chamber. That's not at the end of this chamber, that's later on. Okay, I think next up is like the turret chamber. That one's really just all about movement. There is like a minor strat that you can use to skip her blathering at the start. There we go. Although that would take the run out from like the glitchless category. That is considered a glitch, and I think that's a fair assessment.
Designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience.
Oh, come on, just fall through the fucking portal, man. Thank you. Ah, crap. Okay, how far back does that set us? Okay, not that far back. Okay. I forgot the turrets are actually a lot more dangerous in this game than they were in the second one. Yeah, case in point. I'm trying all of these moves that used to work so well, but they just don't work no more. So let's just get rid of all of these, and we can do that, fire a portal through there, and take this guy through the fizzler, so then he goes, yeah.
The Enrichment Center
That's what they do.
You're
telling me I lied about the cake? Yeah, I am telling you that you lied about the cake. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a cake in the shape of a lie! That's what it is.
The vital apparatus and will deliver a weighted
Companion cube in 3, 2, 1.
This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
Can't wait to keep the companion cube. Yeah. Oh, he's my best friend. We're gonna spend so much fun time together.
Perceiving inanimate objects as alive and hallucinations. The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact...
So here's another strat that doesn't always work. Okay, so I'm up, but can I grab the cube? No, I can't. Excuse me?
Yeah, this is called prop boosting, I think. Hello? Whoa, whoa, oh crap, I just restarted the chamber. Apparently R restarts the chamber. Why does it do that? Yeah. Wow, that's weird. Prop climb, yeah. Is that the second time you said that, the whole cake in the shape of a lie thing? Yeah, it's from a Happy Birthday song that I am quite fond of.
Will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
Hello? Okay, thank you. Man, the rust is rusting.
The symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations.
I've been stabbed in the back by one of these orbs so many fucking times.
The weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah, I almost had it. Ah, now I just gotta actually grab the cube. I promise, it'll work, it'll work. Oh my god. I'm just not good. That meteorologist was right, that rust can be rusting. Okay. Man, but this is so fucking, like, I gotta go back and do all the pellets. I'm just gonna do this now. No! Stay with me, Cube! Why do you keep falling back down? Like, I can get on the platform, but the cube can't. Ah, I got it. Okay, finally, dude.
You did it. The weighted companion
Okay.
certainly brought you good luck.
I think that might still have been faster than doing the chamber the original way, because it saved us a lot of walking.
Unfortunately, must be euthanized. Please
Bye, companion cube.
faithful companion cube more quickly than any test.
The past struggle tweets.
Congratulations.
BTTK, BTT, oh, you mean, do you mean to onomatopoeia the sound of pressing the button?
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The enrichment center is required to remind you
That you will be baked, and then there will be cake. Okay, let's see if we can get this trick done.
to ensure the safe performance of all authorized
Like, this is really more of a matter of, like,
testing apparatus.
patience. Whoop. Okay. You stay right here. Okay, we try to push this camera against the door. I've always had troubles like centering this camera. Like, okay, that should work. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah. Okay. This one went by reasonably quickly. I know if you re-portal here, which is like a technique for gaining speed and height, you can skip one of these platforms. Yeah, the angle is quite difficult, like getting the camera to lean against the door in just the right way. But you can always finagle it in some way, I think.
For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
Yeah, this is another elevator where it moves after she stops speaking, rather than after a set delay. So it doesn't strictly matter when I enter the elevator.
To the final When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center ready.
Yeah, I need to stand up and stop crouching before I shoot the portal. Otherwise, I'll be too slow to actually get back out of it.
In the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations.
I don't actually need to crouch at all. Okay, there we go. Okay.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin.
I hope I still remember like where to go here.
No chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory candescence.
Victory candescence is such a hilarious term, and I love whoever came up with it at Valve. That is just genius. Victory candescence. Okay, can't get up there. We'll just have to walk.
Where we pretended we were going to murder you.
Okay, into the pipe we go.
Very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor.
Yeah, I think half an hour was probably an accurate assessment.
Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position.
Oh my god, why is she so loud? Why is she so loud? I think there's a faster way to do this too, but I was never really good at speeding through the escape sequences. Whoops. There we go. Oh, come on. Jump! Jump! Why are you jumping? Okay, there we go. Escaping at light speed. Missed the cycle. Gotta do it again. Up there. Thank you, paint person who painted these things. You still have to fling so much in Portal 1. It really is something that I miss a lot in Portal 2. Oh, whoops. Ah, of course I get smashed. Of course I get smashed. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever gotten smashed in this particular area. But now it happens. It has to happen. Up. Wait for the piston, and off we go. And down to the next level we go. Wait for the turrets. I think that one's first. Either that one or that one. Yeah, it's that one. Then it's that one. And then it's that one. And we can portal through a little gap in the ceiling. There.
You're not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I never claimed I'm a good person. Oh my god. I'm definitely not good at this game person. I am wasting so much time. Ah, it hasn't stopped moving yet. Of course it hasn't. Okay, too much height, not much momentum. Not enough momentum. You can always finagle it to exactly how you need it.
It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you.
I'm sure you will.
I'm going to kill you. And all the cake is gone. You don't even care.
Why is she so loud?
This is your last chance.
She's like actively clipping. Fucking overdrive. There we go. And we can climb the chair to get up here. We can put it up first. Like this. Yep. Portal there. And we're almost done. Just a little more. Just a little more. And the GLaDOS fight I'm also not very good at, so that might take another while. There. Ow. I know you can skip this with a bit of clever flinging, so maybe I should do some clever flinging. Oh, that was not clever flinging. Oh, come on. What is it up with these portals? Why do I always land next to the portal? Is this funneling off? No, it's not. Huh. Yeah, poor Bomber missed the whole fire thing, whatever that's called. Oh, you missed, like, the whole escape, basically. Okay. And then we can, like, fling ourselves up here and skip most of this bit. Well, I hope your popcorn's great. Is it sweet or salty? I've recently learned that apparently sweet popcorn is like it was like one of two. Either sweet popcorn is the norm outside of Europe, or salty popcorn is the norm outside of Europe.
Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break
I think we can like smuggle a turret in here and have that turret shoot GLaDOS. Okay, which one is it? Like, you can't say yeah when I've given you two completely distinct options.
Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not.
Come on.
I've seen it before. Never mind. It's a
Lots of things going wrong here. Lots of things going wrong.
Because you'll be dead. Where are you?
I don't know if I've ever had sweet popcorn. I usually put salt on it. Do you also put butter on your popcorn?
It will just make your life even worse somehow.
I feel like buttered popcorn is really great. Yeah, love myself some butter.
Did you just set that aperture science thing? We don't know what it does.
Into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator.
That has got to be the dumbest thing that will.
Yeah, GLaDOS. Just you keep talking.
Good news.
ASMR GLaDOS has emerged.
It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with
The deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So just get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters and so forth.
That core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses.
Yeah, I think next time I'll just try to smuggle a turret in here.
You should just lay down in front of a rocket. Trust me. It'll
Oh,
be
what?
less painful than the neurotoxin. All right. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're
There we go.
Alright, mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go.
Why do you have to bounce so much? These things usually don't bounce at all.
Captain Hubert isn't important to me.
It was the Hewitt Catalytic Kraken unit. It made shoes for orphans.
Nice job.
I do smell something burning. You! I smell you burning! Margarine.
In baseball.
You kind of used to calling it butter. Well, I mean, it's pretty similar, I suppose.
Curious about your behavior.
Okay, one line's up there.
That part of me. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to know, I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going
Of course, it bounces again.
a big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited
Okay.
my best friend.
What are the player numbers on Steam up to now? I think Julie left. And she had to like head out for work.
Because you don't have any other friends because of how neurotoxin.
I'm gonna check that after this run. Okay, hopefully that hits her. We might get lucky. Okay, we do.
There was a massive sarcasm.
Oh, up there, right.
Take a bath in this stuff. Put it on cereal. Rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
Right, I'll just grab these before passing through. Except no, they ungrab themselves for some fucking reason.
Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You.
Yeah, I can make a cake.
Wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have a lot left to waste. What's your point anyway?
Done. So that was like, I think just about 30 minutes, maybe 31. Certainly could have gone a bit faster. But, yeah, maybe we can improve upon it in our second go. Let's go! But I don't think I'll be able to beat it a third time within the hour. I think the first run just took way too long for this. I should probably just stick to doing the intended strategies way earlier. I know you can, like, prop climb and, like, clip out of here by, like, pressing, like, there's so many fucking glitches that you can use to beat this game a lot faster than you're supposed to.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center.
We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind, although fun and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities, serious injuries may occur.
For your own safety and the safety of others.
Maybe I can, like, nail the cube toss this time.
And that. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's see here. No momentum behind that.
Excellent.
That was more like a wet noodle toss than a cube toss.
After completing
Unlucky.
note the incandescent particle
Unlucky.
across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science Weighted Storage Cube. Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture Science Heavy Duty Super Colliding Super Button. Perfect.
And you can like hold the cube halfway through the portal, and then as it closes, it'll teleport in front of you because you're still technically grabbing it. And when you pass through a portal, the game teleports whatever you're holding in front of you. There's like a way to smuggle items past emancipation grids that way too. Certainly a lot of funny stuff that's going on with this game.
Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol.
But is an unintended side effect of the emancipation grill. Yeah, this game has so many instances where you just kind of have to stand around and listen to GLaDOS talk. There are a couple of those moments in Portal 2 as well, but I feel like they're a lot fewer and farther in between.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device.
Isn't it funny how the pace actually
With it,
picks
you
up a
can
lot
create your own portals.
in the later
Using
chambers,
the
simply because you like
dimensional
have the
has
dual
proven to be
portal
completely
device.
safe.
And you can
The
use two
device,
portals
however,
to
has
do
not.
tests a lot
Do not
faster
touch
than with
the
just one.
operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
Okay, let's see if we can get the portal placed correctly this time so that the cube actually flings itself onto the button and we don't have to go back and readjust. It's always the best feeling.
Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
Yeah, no, oh, come on.
As part of our
That was
required test
almost.
protocol, we will
I
not
feel
monitor
cheated.
the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your
I
own.
feel totally
Good luck.
cheated. Whatever. We'll get him next time. For some reason the music turned off. It keeps doing that. I don't know why. Can these cubes not just stay on the buttons that they're supposed to stand on? That was like
As part of a
fall back
required
off.
test Protocol. Our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this
Okay.
situation. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Yeah, I love how the elevator instantly starts moving before the door even properly closes. That's an OSHA violation. That's not good. Gotta fix that. Okay.
Blood safety is one of many enrichment centers. Unbelievable. You.
Wow, I just completely accidentally solved this test. I actually wanted to do the speedrun strat, but it actually went up going faster than doing the strat because I failed it. Right, I'll definitely do the strategy this time though, in the next chamber. And I just realized it's actually way different from how I remember it. Oh god, I love this. I hate this strange view fuckery that the game does. No, come on! What is happening? This is easy, really simple stuff, and I'm failing. Fucking hell. Like, that's also something that Portal 2 just does so much better. It just snaps your view around much more quickly when you're facing the wrong way. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Why do I keep facing the wrong way? I hate this. There we go. Now we got it. I think it was still faster than last time, but that doesn't say much, because last time was actually really fucking slow. I'm not even gonna try the strat this time because I am really bad at conserving momentum. So I'm just gonna go straight to using the pellet.
Will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
I think this is way faster than trying this, whatever that is, could ever be in my case. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, hopefully there's gonna be like an autosave when the platform starts. Okay. Wow, that was like absolutely and utterly unnecessary.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of
Okay,
danger is merely
on we
a
go.
device to enhance your testing experience.
On we go to the next chamber. So this one is probably one of the easiest, even though I did kind of mess it up last time as well.
Is impossible.
Yeah.
No attempt to solve it.
There we go. And just gotta make this jump. There we go. That was faster than the last time too. Cool. If you're really fast, and by that I mean like ABHing, like accelerated backward hopping, and you can like jump down the shaft before the elevator even arrives. Because this is like the only chamber where for some reason the elevator has to arrive from above first. So there's like some funky speedrun strats involving that.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not. Momentum, a function of mass and velocity.
I keep falling for the same thing.
Portals. In layman's terms,
Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing goes out. Okay, chamber 10.
Kind of forgot when the last run ended. I think it was 29, so like 9 minutes ago. I think we're on a faster pace this time. Maybe if I don't mess up the cycle this time.
The enrichment center promises
Yeah, look at that. That's already so much faster than last time around.
in dangerous testing environment.
Oh god. Oh, the button pushed me. The button pushed me and launched me. And I did not expect it. Okay.
For instance, the floor here will kill you.
Try to avoid it. No, I did not avoid it, actually. And you're absolutely correct. It did kill me. An aperture science button pushes you? Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. I was pushed by the button. And the button killed me.
The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Okay, let's see if I can actually nail the cube toss this time. Although I've never been good at doing that one, and doing this particular one. I was pretty decent at most of the other... Yeah, no, that's like no momentum at all. Okay. For some reason, I'm better at cube tossing in Portal 2, even though you can't actually... Like, in Portal 1, you can click. You can click, and it'll give the cube a little push. You can't do that in Portal 2. But still, I'm better at tossing cubes in Portal 2, for some reason. Maybe I just need to toss cubes as if it was Portal 2. And just not rely on the little push in the first place. Alright. Okay.
Very long time.
Oh, come on!
Feel free to pass out. An intubation
It was on the button, and then it was off the button.
with hectic sound and adrenaline.
And it's still faster than the last time. Okay, so...
Part of a previously mentioned
Blue,
required
orange.
test protocol, we can no longer
Blue,
hide
blue.
you.
Blue, orange,
When the
blue, blue.
testing is over, you will be missed.
So I gotta remember that.
All subjects intended
Oh god. Oh, and then orange. Ah! Me and my dang orientation. Okay, here we go. Still faster than the last time, but didn't get the one cycle. Like that would have been real fast.
Excellent test subject.
Music stop again? No. Just ended. And now the next one's presumably starting, yes. Very good.
The enrichment center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and group counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test.
It's actually a lot more tricky to land than one might expect. But no, I'm happy with this. Okay, fire orange. Very good. Let's see if I can actually portal stand without killing myself. Very good. Yeah, see, this is already a lot faster than the last time around, I feel. I think I died a couple of times in this chamber last time. Okay, next one is the turret chamber. Also died on that one last time. I just need to get rid of the turret first. Like, I am no longer good enough to... Yeah, maybe I should actually trigger her dialogue so that in case I mess this up. There we go.
Designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
Oh, come on. I threw that turret at the other one. It didn't take. There we go. Okay, this one was also a lot faster than last time. I am happy with my progress. Oh god, and now comes the fucking prop climbing one again. Ah. Yeah.
Not sure about that one, still.
The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube.
Oh, there was some way to, like, glitch through here.
1. This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. The symptoms most
At least I still have a
commonly
pretty good
enrichment
stair
center
climb.
testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The
I was
enrichment
gonna-
center reminds you
excuse
that
me?
the
What the
companion-
fuck was that? That was bullcrap. Thing just snuck under the cube.
Never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
Killed me from behind. Fucking traitor. No, come on. I had it. I had it. No, what? Did you see that? I had it and then it ungrabbed himself. I forgot how... okay, that's bullshit. I had that. I fucking had that. I fucking had that! I know there's a force field that's supposed to, like, push the cube down when you haven't activated the... Okay, there we go. That was also faster than last time. There's a force field there that's supposed to push the cube down when you haven't activated all of the platforms yet, so that you can't trap yourself by throwing the cube up here and then having no way to get it back. But when you grab an object, I don't think it's supposed to be affected by this sort of stuff anymore, which is why I was so confused. But what can you do?
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The enrichment center is required.
Okay, let's see how quick we can get the camera leaning where it needs to lean. That is really what determines how quickly this chamber goes.
Performance of all authorized activities. Do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
Oh, wait, what? Did I not fire a portal at the wall? I thought I did.
To ensure the safe performance
I really thought I
of all
did.
authorized activities. Do not destroy vital testing
Like there?
apparatus.
Oh, it didn't take. Oh my god. Of course it didn't. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Okay, that might be? Yeah, it probably is. Very good. And so we get there and oh, do we still have... Do we... Come on. Oh god, the gap's getting smaller. Okay, well, alright, the game glitched itself. Yeah, there is a bit of a time limit because the physics glitchery will actually, like, eventually fling the camera out from the door, and we have to be through that before that happens. And I think we just barely missed that window this time. Okay.
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires.
There's actually a way to soft lock yourself in this chamber. The trigger that makes GLaDOS speak has like a little gap, I think. Like it doesn't reach all the way inside this little platform. So if you find a way to fire a portal right in front of the elevator and fling yourself out of that one, which you can do by reportaling, adding a little bit of vertical height, then you can not. Then you can like get in the elevator without triggering her line. And oh, that was quick. And because the elevator only moves after she finishes speaking her line, and she doesn't speak her line at all, you will be soft locked. You will be unable to finish the game. Okay, that is. Okay, that's an angle from which I haven't done this yet, but yeah.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Test absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescent. Thank you for participating in this
Come on.
science computer
Okay.
enrichment activity. Goodbye. What are you doing? Stop it. You're pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going
Okay, I'm just gonna take the stairs this time. A
We are
brief wrap.
very happy for your success. We are throwing
Where you get a brief wrap from? Did I say that?
Your tremendous success. Place
I don't
your
remember.
knives on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party.
I don't know why she
Make
gets
no
so
further
fucking
attempt
loud
To leave the testing area.
during these during this sequence. Like right now, she's just literally just fucking destroying my eardrums. Wonder if that's like a bug, because the sound files are being played in a soundscape they're not supposed to. Because I am navigating these faster, a lot faster than the developers intended.
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake.
That cake is a lie. I was just thinking about that moment from whatever the previous game was that you played. Ah, yes, Suzerain. Yeah, it's a very fun game. I am probably going to keep playing it. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it on stream, though. I'm not sure if it's, like, suited for a stream, really. Oh my god, the camera. The fucking camera. Why does it do that? Why does it spin so slowly? I wish there was, like, a variable, console variable that you could adjust so that it doesn't lock your view in, like, a really difficult place. It's impossible to look around and decide where you want to be going sometimes. Okay. I think I'm faster. Like, all I really needed was some practice turns. Ah, shit. Okay, I barely missed the cycle. Yeah, all I really needed was some practice, I think. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, we just wait out the cycle. Yeah, a brief rap at the door. Like, that is indeed like a term, a phrase that you can use, but I've just haven't heard it used in such a long time. It's funny because the developers of the game, of Suzerain, are actually German. Torpor Games are based in Berlin, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I guess they're pretty good at writing. Okay. I just said I won't mess around in here as much this time, but then I missed that portal placement, and then I continued messing around. Okay. 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 I think you're normally supposed to do that a lot quicker.
This is your home. It didn't
Okay.
have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will.
And here she is, so loud again. Ow, ow, ow. I don't know if it's like,
I'm going to kill
ow,
you.
ow,
And
ow.
all the cake is
Yeah, you
gone.
are going to kill me. My head's going to explode because of the eardrums that you're currently bursting. Okay. Hello? Alright. There we go. Prop up the chair. I said prop up the chair. Okay, I guess that works too.
Come on. Oh god, my reflexes. They just ain't what they used to be. Okay, let's see if I can do the turret thing a little quicker this time. Well, I'm glad. I hope you were here this time, Cookie, so you could actually witness. Okay, I continued to not land on these fucking things that I want to land on. Oh, and I got killed. Of course I did. Let me just enter the portals that I would like to enter. Is that too much to ask? Oh my god! Oh. Come on, just... Okay, there we go. Okay, that thing hadn't moved yet. I guess I can use this platform. Okay, and then whoop. Except I want a turret. I want a turret with me. So I'm gonna grab one here. And then I can make that turret shoot GLaDOS. Ah, crap. Okay, I think I'll have another portal surface available to me, so let me just actually fire a portal down there. Yeah, I can just grab one from here then. I think I just killed that one. Oh my god, this is just going so wrong. There, that one's on the wall, so that turret should still be fine. Yes. Come with me. Thank you. No, stay up. No! Fuck! Why do plans never work out the way you intend them? This one also died. Can't be so hard to just grab a fucking turret. Oh, that one's already dead. Okay, I hope that one hit the wall. No. I feel like I'm getting rid of all of the fucking turrets right now. Okay, that one. That one has to be hitting the wall. Yes. I'm gonna open the door first this time. There. You're coming with me, but... Oh, the door closed again! Why do bad things happen to good people? Okay, careful that he stays standing. Okay, here we go. No, no! Okay, that's why I save. That's why I save. Did that do anything at all?
Well, you found me. Congrats.
Come on. There we go. That was one hit. It hits me too often and her not often enough. I wish I knew how to like make... Like, what is it? What is it with this thing's aim? I feel like there's a tactic to this that I just can't figure out. So I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just do it the normal way. Honestly,
Well, you found
let's
me.
just do it the normal way.
Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart.
You just gotta stand and wait for her to talk.
I guess we both...
We're definitely gonna be a lot faster than the last time, I think.
Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not a surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be... Where are you taking? You're kidding me. Did you just...
And it'll just rated the channel with 4 viewers. Arizzle! Thank you! Welcome, everybody! Welcome, everybody. Big raid. Let's go! We're playing Portal. Trying to beat it as many times as possible in an hour. The number is almost certainly going to be 2 Luna Tunes. Jonas. Hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it a lot. Okay, come on.
You should just lie down in front of a rocket.
Good.
It'll be a lot. Oh well. If you want my advice, alright.
Okay.
Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket.
We're about to beat the game for the 2nd time in an hour. And that's about it. I could do it a lot faster if I didn't screw up so many times. I did screw up quite a few times. Okay, I don't think that's gonna actually land on her unless she swings back in just the right moment, which she did. Let's go.
Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to know, I can't
Okay.
into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed.
And number 3. Final hit. Oh, cool. Hello, Ocean Boy. Oh, that was dumb.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was in there.
Just looking up streamers about hearing about the event. Hey! Yeah! We are going to push Portal 2's numbers right back up. Portal 1's numbers right back up. What's the number at? Like the last one that I heard, it was somewhere up to like 3,000, which was amazing.
Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You. You're wasting my time.
Yeah. I've kind of been doing like pseudo more than 3,000. Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've been doing like a pseudo speed run, I suppose. I'm not much of a speedrunner. I know some strategies to 3,704. That's amazing. Really cool. Oh, I hope that climbs higher. Yeah, I'm not that great of a runner, but I can like pretty reliably beat the game in like 20-25 minutes. My first run took me around 30, but I died a bunch of times trying out the strategies that just didn't work, and then I deferred to doing the intended way instead. But no. Yeah. 2025, like the year. Like the year? What, 2025 what? But yeah, that's cool. That's cool that we're pushing the number up. Is it still rising? Let me actually check. I'll head to SteamDB just to look at the graph, I guess. Yeah, I mean, maybe you picked a bad. Oh man, what a spike. Okay, so the peak was 3847, so it's starting to drop off somewhat. But yeah, I kind of picked a bad weekend to be doing this, considering like the Battlefield open beta just came out, so there's obviously going to be a lot of people caught up in that. But not us. We're playing Portal. We're playing Portal like good Portalers, Portal fans. Yeah, maybe I'll do one more run. Maybe I'll do one more run. I was actually like about to end stream, but then Arizzle raided me, and now I feel like I can't end stream. I also had no idea about it until like half an hour ago. Yeah, I'd heard about it last Wednesday, like this last Wednesday, and I thought, well, that was amazing. I was playing Portal 2, like that's usually what happens on the stream. Portal 2 community chambers, just finding as many good Portal 2 levels as possible, solving as many of them as possible, separating the chaff, the cream from the chaff.
in the Portal to Workshop, because man, there's hundreds of thousands of levels in there, and finding the good ones is certainly an endeavor, but it's an endeavor that I am perfectly willing to go on, because there's just nothing like a good Portal 2 puzzle.
And learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities. Serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from stand back.
Like,
The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
genuinely, all of the turd labyrinths and companion cube levels in the Portal to Workshop are absolutely worth it, as long as you find the one puzzle that like really blows your mind and makes you think.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
It's been a while since I've played like Portal Prelude, I think it's called.
Across the exit.
Like, I think I played it once like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, right after it came out. I know there was Prelude RTX, which I haven't checked out yet, so I don't know, maybe I'll be playing that on stream one of these days. Where did you find out about the event? Like, I had a viewer tell me about it.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the latent are not part of this test.
Like, before that, I also had no idea this was going to happen, but I'm very, very happy that I was notified about it. Very pleased indeed. Skipping across the tests? Yeah.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a notice.
Yeah, I kind of really wish that I had put on a timer for all of this,
Protocol, but is an unintended
because that would allow me to like compare how I've been doing
which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings
from attempt to attempt.
tooth enamel and teeth.
Come on, I'm looking directly at the operational end of the device. I've been told I shouldn't be doing that, but it's just so hard not to. It's so tempting. It's so tempting.
With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Well done.
Cool.
Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
Right, so a timer to compare the attempts, but I also I'm happy that I don't have a timer, because I think it would be kind of depressing. Okay, let's see if we can get this cube fling just right this time. Roll the dice. Nope, it flew too far. Like, sometimes it bounces off and then gets back to where it needs to be. I'm sure if you have the portal placement like perfectly down, you know, the exact pixel you have to fire the portal out every single time, then I'm sure you can get like super consistent with that. But I am not that person. Unfortunately, I am not that person. Oh, did that one actually stay on the button? Yes, it did. Finally, I got a cube toss to stick.
As part of a required test protocol,
Fucking PogChamps in chat.
Monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication.
Been trying so many cube tosses, and I feel like that was the first one that actually like stayed exactly where it needed to.
The truth in 3, 2.
Okay. The next one was, yeah, the one with the goo. I don't know, I'm just not good at... Oh no, that, yeah, I don't know, I'm completely... Yeah, you know what, let's just do this one the intended way. I think that's just literally faster than if I tried the fast way and failed it. I need to practice this one again. If you get the angle just right, then you can instantly fling yourself onto the elevator, but, I don't know. The last few times I've tried have just been death. This, however, I am...
Are required on all mobile equipment. However, However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been
No!
found to
Oh, God.
energy pellets
Oh,
and
fucking
have
course.
therefore been disabled for your safety.
Another few cycles. It wasn't looking the right way. But now, come on, just stay on there. Okay. So that was also faster than the last time. There's a faster way to do this too if you get a fling just right at the exact right angle to fling yourself straight to the platform from the wall across from it. But that one's a little more tricky to do and is definitely going to require some practice before I can pull that off.
Please note that we have added a consequence.
Alright, I'll just solve this in the intended way.
Unsatisfactory mark
Oh,
on your
come
official
on.
testing record, followed by death.
Why wouldn't you just go through the portal? Why does it have to be perfectly exact? How about flinging yourself gay to the platform? Oh, because of the word straight? Yeah, I guess I could also gaily fling myself to the platform.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
Gaily as in happily and joyfully. That's the only kind of gay I am.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Okay, that was quick. Yeah, I think we're getting more consistent with a lot of these. Particularly the ones that we have just stopped trying.
To reiterate, previous
Okay.
momentum. Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum.
I wish they hadn't put these moving platforms in. They just make everything so much slower. Okay, I'm not gonna fall for it this time. Yeah, you're gonna move again, buddy.
Is conserved between portals. In layman's terms,
Yes.
speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
Okay. And that's it for the single portal things. Single portal chambers. And we got the dual portal ones. I guess I'm gonna retime these from the VOD later. Yeah, maybe that's exactly what I'll do.
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice.
This is kind of something that I miss about Portal 2, actually. Like, Portal 1 has so many white portal surfaces that you can fire portals on, that you have the opportunity to skip all of these puzzles with, like, clever tricks. I feel like in Portal 2,
We are pleased to present an amusing fact.
you have a lot less freedom about where to, like, place your portals.
Combined incomes of everyone in subject hometown.
And so this is kind of missing. Like, there are still a couple of really cool strats,
Flickering into space.
but they don't feel as elegant as the ones in Portal 1. Okay, that sucked. Like in Portal 1, you can skip a lot of chambers, right? Just by firing the right portals at the right surfaces at the right times. But you never feel like you're breaking the game. Like, you're not glitching anything. You are maybe breaking this particular chamber, but I don't know. It just never feels like you're doing something real evil or like
Now that you are in
that you
control of full
aren't supposed to be doing.
take a very
And the developers actually left in a bunch of... Nice, I finally fucking got that
feel free to
juke toss.
pass out.
Like this right here, they intentionally left the walls inside of the end chamber white so that you can use this trick of standing on one button, throwing a cube on the other, and then firing a portal through the door.
All subjects intending to handle high-energy demos
Oh, finally I got it. I fought on my first go. Nice. Well, not entirely on my first go. I had to like bounce back and forth between the floor portals a little bit, but still, happy with it.
Required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
Yeah, this solution is another one that the developers actually intentionally left in because one of their players found it and they saw him do it during playtesting, and then they thought, hey, this is actually pretty fucking awesome. We should totally allow for that chamber to be solved in that way because people who figure it out are going to feel like fucking ninjas. And I think they even call it like a ninja solution. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually like really freaking sick. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong, yeah. I probably should have followed the arrows a little better. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Just got rid of this bot, and there we go. I feel like in Portal 2 they were a lot more aggressive about, like, banning these solutions, like, cutting them out. Which is a shame. Like, it's a genuine shame.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
Okay, this is, yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm going to die. I guess I should use some portals in this portal game that involves portals. Okay, the irony of throwing the cube away only to stand on the button.
Android, the Enrichment Center once again reminds you that
And now the next chamber, which I always dread. Which I always dread, because I am not good at prop climbing. But unfortunately, prop climbing is how you solve that chamber fast, so...
The vital apparatus stand will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Okay, there we go.
The companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. The symptoms most commonly produced by Enrichment Center testing are superstition.
Where's the ball? Okay, I just got fired. I do not want to be ganked by the ball. That, like, slips underneath the cube. Like, stab me into the undercarriage.
In fact, cannot speak.
Okay, let's go. Okay, that was a good start. Nope, almost. Nope. 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 That's actually flung me up way too far. Nah. It's really a matter of just, like, turning my view and grabbing the cube in time. Well, that was actually a pretty good prop climb. No, come on. I'm so bad at this. I am so sorry. See, if only you didn't need the fucking cube up there to throw it into the incinerator. Come on. Ah, I almost had it. It went so much faster in the last run. I got, like, a really good attempt in the last run, and that, like, saved me so much time. But that's the thing. This can take anywhere from, like, instantly to, like, 20 minutes. Well, hopefully not 20 minutes, but,
Okay. Like, I feel I'm prop climbing too well. Like, I get flung too high. No. How long do I try this before I just go intended, I wonder? I have an idea. So maybe help this along a little bit. Maybe I can just, like, start the prop climb on this camera, and then hopefully... Do I get another camera, actually? Sorry, I'm just trying to find a way to make this a little more consistent. Yeah, let me find another camera right there. And make a little platform. Make a little platform that the cube can hopefully then stand on. So that when I'm up, I can just grab it from above. Yeah, that should be good enough, I think. And then I climb on here. Like, maybe I don't even need to do a fucking prop climb, I'm just realizing. Maybe we can just climb the fucking cameras. Yeah! Oh my god, I don't need to prop climb? That's amazing! It's a little slower, but it's still faster than me trying to fucking prop climb properly. Like, if you can do it consistently, then obviously it's a lot slower. But if you can't, then at least this is consistent. Okay. Cool. I want to say I just discovered something, because I'm sure this isn't like 15 different speedrun guides. But, I guess I discovered it for myself, in a way.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The enrichment center is required.
Oh, come on! What the fuck was that? I just bounced off of that! Okay, that's funny that it auto-saved, though. Okay, that was close. I almost fell to my death. Again.
Certain objects may be vital to your success.
Okay.
Test the apparatus.
Okay, let's see if we can get this camera leaned against the door. No, I need to straighten it out. Need to straighten it out. Okay. Maybe? I'm not sure about that one. I don't know why the subtitles say garbled when she clearly says, and then there will be. Yeah, the game is kind of... Like, there's a bunch of leftover stuff. Like, the history of this game is, like, super interesting because it was never supposed to be this big. Like, it was literally just supposed to be, like, a fun little romp that they added to the orange box as, like, an added bonus. The orange box being a collection of games that consisted of Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So, like, two real heavy-hitter games. And they were like, oh, we'll add Portal to it too. Like, we've had like a small development team working on it, like this cool conceptual little tiny baby game. And then it turned out to be like fucking amazing, and everyone loved it, and it became one of the highest rated games of all time. But there is definitely a lot of polish that Portal 1 never got, because it was like a very small project. And so there's like a lot of the leftover beta lines. There's like some of the subtitles are wrong because stuff's changed at the last minute. I think they were literally changing the game like days before it came out. Like, a lot changed between the beta in 2006 and the version of the game that ultimately ended up coming out in 2007.
When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any case. Congratulations, the test is now over. All
okay, messed that up.
Remain safely operational. 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured.
Excuse me. Oh god, I'm getting cock blocked here.
Equipment
getting stuck on like literally everything that I could possibly get stuck on. Like I'm seeking out places to get stuck on. And objects.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Okay.
We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are
The first time I played through this game,
in honor of your tremendous success.
she's noticed what you did because you did it so fast.
Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area.
So the first time I played this game, I actually believed her when she said she was going to pretend to murder me. Well, I guess I didn't believe her, but I was like, huh, it would be funny if that was true. So I actually went back to the save, to the moment where the platform was moving into the fire, just to see that when it would reach the fire, ultimately, I would actually die. And I did. And I was like, ah, okay. So I guess they didn't actually pretend. But at that point in time, I thought that maybe the developers of this game would make it so that, yeah, she's actually telling the truth. Okay, save here just in case I get smushed, but I don't get smushed, so that's good. Let's see if I can make the cycle this time. Hello again, Gabe. Hello again, Satella Guy. Yeah, we're playing Portal today to push those player numbers up. I hear that they've reached 3,000, 3,700, 3,800. So that's pretty cool. Sounds like a successful event. Yeah, I'm on my third run right now. Started playing at pretty much 3 p.m. GMT flat. Or 3 p.m. UTC. Whichever way you wish to look at it. And yeah, the first one was kind of rough. You can play some mods to spruce it up. Yeah, I guess my initial goal was to just beat the game as many times as I can in 1 hour. And turns out that number is 2. I can beat the game twice in 1 hour. It's because I roughly take 25 minutes-ish to beat it. Like, I was better at that. Like, I used to have a better time. But I've fallen out of practice, basically. So, yeah. Need a tad longer these days. I think I can return back to a 20-minute-ish time if I get some practice.
It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you.
Let me just say, fuck Chamber 15.
I'm going to kill you. And all the
Chamber
cake is
15 can be
gone.
solved
You don't
with, like,
even
portal
care.
standing, I suppose.
This is your last chance.
Not the cake! Yeah. But the cake isn't real. You know, you might not be ready to hear this, but the cake is in fact not real, and it never was. Okay, come on, just fucking... There we go, thank you. God, I'm not good at lining a portal through these little blades. Damn you! You gonna turn into Stewie from Family Guy? A cake in the shape of a lie. Yeah, ain't that the truth? There we go. Alright, we're gonna gain some height here. And then filling off one of these things. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine, not fine. We got it. We got it.
Okay, and then zip. And I'm not even gonna bother bringing a turret this time. We'll just do the GLaDOS fight as intended, as nature intended. But she would never lie. We must kill her now. We were promised cake. Oh, we're gonna kill her, all right. We're gonna shoot some rockets at her. And the fun thing is, it's gonna be her own rockets. Oh, yeah. Don't know why I'm walking when I could be portaling, but, you know.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
These Aperture Science long fall boots were made for walking and for surviving falls from significant heights that would ordinarily kill most people who would undertake them. Cue the random lemons rand? No, this is Portal 1. Portal 2, you gotta do the lemons rand when we play Portal 2.
Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second.
Ah, great. Love how that thing just fucking phased through me just now.
Thing that fell out of me. What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Where are you taking?
Where am I taking it? Well, I'm taking it to hell. Straight to hell. Where we'll burn in the fires of Hades.
Intelligence incinerator. That has got to be the dumbest thing.
Yeah, stop talking, start firing your rockets, lady. We both know where this is going. Woodley's mom was just leaked out. At the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin, and so forth.
That coordinator had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me. It's alright. Keep doing whatever.
Stay here. Stay here. Good boy. Good boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, what? Yeah, I guess that portal didn't take. Aw, the Curiosity Core is so cute. It's still gonna burn in hell, though.
It makes you think you're doing some damage?
Too close to it.
In phase 4, I'm fine. Curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Unfortunately.
Okay. I think I'm getting a bit of a groove on this now.
I just like to point out that you were given every neurotoxin. So deadly.
Nice.
Deadly was in massive sarcasm, Quinn.
Damn it.
Put it on cereal, rub it right in blood.
Okay, now we got it. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not intended. Okay.
A lot less fun. Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You're wasting your time.
And time. Vital testing apparatus. Yeah. Take that. How's that for viting testal apparatuses? Apparati. I found out running how Wheatley calling Shell adoptive in Portal 2 was a big deal in 2010, and now nobody cares even remotely. I don't think it was much of a deal back in 2010 either. I think it's just these computers. I think the joke is that these computers think that being adopted is like this very horrible thing. It had a news report. Well, okay, I guess the moral panic has kind of subsided about video games in general because they've kind of become more accepted in the mainstream. But yeah, I mean, back then, I guess people tried to find stuff to complain about, like, actively. I remember the whole San Andreas thing where there was this modification that edited, like, one setting in one file and enabled a thing that had been cut from the game. And people were like, oh, what kind of deplorable, vicious animal would do this? When it was actually just enabling something that was shipped with the game. Yeah, so that was fucking weird. A combustible lemon is lemonade? Is lemonade combustible? I guess if you burn a lemon, then it's going to leak lemonade?
Lemon grenade? Oh, a lemonade. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. A lemonade. That's kind of clever. Not gonna lie. Okay, folks. We've beat the game 3 times. There's the cake. It was not a lie at all. It's not a lie. It never has been. Okay. Oh, that's not the music that I want to listen to. Why is this music playing? That's awful. Okay. Okay, well, I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. It's just science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. Now there's no sense crying when you feel a mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and we make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Libfits, welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. I hope you have a lovely Saturday. You used to have this song as your ringtone. Then I would say that you had a really cool ringtone once. I had a variety of different Portal songs, mostly from Portal 2, as my ringtone in the past. Reasons. And threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you.
Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I wrote about burned, think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive.
Charlie Brown is in the Portal credits? Really? How so? Where? When? I wish I could turn them on, but... Yeah, it was cute to remember this game. I got quite impressed with it back when it just came out. Yeah, I think like a lot of people did. I was telling about the story of the game earlier where it was just kind of such a sleeper hit that came out of absolutely fucking nowhere. Just basically filler material for the Orange Box. The third game to throw in there so it wouldn't just be Team Fortress and Half-Life. And then it just absolutely exploded. And then Portal 2 became one of the biggest and best games that Valve ever made. Okay, well, unfortunately the music glitched, so we couldn't actually look at the lyrics as all that was happening. Portal 2 is awesome and all the workshop content, man. Yes, I absolutely agree. I fully agree. And that's actually what happens usually on this channel. Portal 2 workshop content. That's just that today there was this community event where at exactly 3 p.m. UTC, everyone was to play Portal 1 to try and push its player numbers as high as possible. So, yeah, I decided to join in on that little shindig, and it was very fun. It's been a while since I had played Portal 1, and I just still remember this game so fondly. In a way, I think it's better than Portal 2 in certain ways. Like, as far as atmosphere goes, I think the atmosphere in Portal 1 is just so unmatched. It's just so much, like, more... like darker in a way, more mysterious, more unsettling. Like Portal 2 just went high on the humor, obviously. Just wacky, 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 and almost in a Naked Gun kind of way. Will I play Portal 1 mods at all? I'm not opposed to it at all. Do you know any good ones? I've already played Prelude a while back. I've played blue portals, I think there's like Rexora as well for Portal 1. But if you know any good Portal 1 mods, then I would be delighted to check them out. But mostly on this channel, I think we're going to be doing Portal 2 community maps. You could play the XBLA exclusive Still Alive. Ooh, I have played that too, actually. I've also, like, the XBLA exclusive Still Alive is actually an official release of a map pack. Like, way back in the day when Portal 1 was originally released, someone made a Flash game called Portal the Flash version. And it was very popular. It's actually how I discovered the game. I discovered the Flash version before I discovered the full game. And then that person made a map pack that basically ported the levels from the Flash version into the 3D version. And Valve thought that that map pack was so good that they turned it into official content and then sold it on Xbox, but never on PC. But yeah, there is a mod now that recreates Still Alive on PC. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I guess it's been a while since I've played it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put together like a plan. I know there's a bunch of mods for Portal 1. There are a lot more for Portal 2. The problem is I've played them all because I like inhale Portal content. Yeah, Rexara, I already played that. I inhale Portal content. Any Portal that there's out there to play and find, I have already played. Which obviously isn't great now that I'm streaming and trying to do Portal content. But I don't know. We'll find something. I think we'll find something. Hopefully they'll come out with like Desolation soon. Although I'm not quite sure. I think they might need a couple more years on that one. But for now, I think it is actually time to end stream. It's been really, really fun, for sure. I will be streaming again this coming Wednesday, and the plan is to do Community Chambers, Portal 2 Community Chambers. So if you're into that, then feel free to leave a follow. There's Factum Souls. I have not heard that one. Factum Solus? Factum Solus. I have not heard of that one. I'm writing that down straight away. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out next time then. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some research on like all the best mods for both Portal games. And then maybe we can do like a little showcase next time. But for now, this is going to be it. I thank you all for tuning in, for popping in, and for chatting. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. I hope you have a wonderful remaining Saturday, however much that may be in the time zone that you currently find yourself living in. And then hopefully we'll see each other again next Wednesday. 1 p.m. UTC is currently the plan. Yeah, just check the schedule. I think it's literally in the schedule beneath the stream. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye, and see you next time. Bye, everyone.